Testing, testing. See if this is working.
Video. Items new multi select list box. East phone. Capture. Items new multi select list box. Select text RTM 0
Alright. It looks like it's working now. See if we can play this.
Windows media player. Windows media player dialog. Close button. Activate.
Perfect.
Windows media player. Activate. Space bar. Capture. Items new multi select text.
I apologize for that introduction to this video. I'll see if I can edit that out, but worst case scenario, it's a couple seconds of worthlessness. Um, Welcome back to Master of the Miscellaneous. This is Nathalos, the character Nathalos, Nathalos, on Sryth, Sryth, and you play Sryth by going to Sryth, Sryth.com. And given this is the second video, I hope you guys have already seen the first video. Today we're going to go ahead and finish up the various packages and go ahead and continue my game. Oh, let's slow it down a bit. Alright. We're in Hawkler. As you can see, this is room 1, or page 1, my apologies. And this page is marked as safe, so it's one that you can save from. You can use the rest link, or rest button, to restore your stamina, NV, etc., etc. We're going to go ahead and access special account options and features. Visit the windowless building with a blue door. We're going to look for will be presented for you to claim. Crystal of Cadence. We're going to collect that Satchel of Songs. The reason we're going to collect Satchel of Songs before the Crystal of Cadence is the Crystal of Cadence modifies the Satchel of Songs. So we're going to go ahead and claim that. Page 414 is just a thank you page. I'll go ahead and read through it this first time, but the next few times, or next number of times, I'm going to be skipping right over it because it just says the exact same thing with a variable call saying the name of the package.
Thank you for acquiring this special package. And as always, thank you for claiming the supporting Sryth. Select the please continue option below to claim this special package. List of items. Like small square visit link, please continue.
Please continue.
List of items. 4. One frame and 6 links.
And my watch is trying to talk to
visit
me.
link dash 35,988 dash. Satchel of songs.
As you'll notice, with these numbers, for example, 35,988, this is the 35,988th page that has been created for the game. So that kind of gives you a timeline of when pages were created, when things were implemented, and so forth.
Satchel of songs. The one letter satchel now possesses the most unique treasure. Songs it contains in the form bar the ancient tunes of long dash master. Bar dash melodies to inspire the interpret the venture of a new item capacity.
So songs that give you increased stats made by a long dead bard.
Item. Left bracket added right bracket satchel of songs.
It's added to your inventory.
Left bracket visit link to right bracket. The chooser chooses songs that will play in your mind. View the satchel in your inventory and any safe location and select the core region of the satchel quote. Link.
If you go to a safe location, such as Hawkler, where it said safe 1, then you can go down to your items, find the miscellaneous section, grab the satchel, and go ahead and change what song is playing, which changes the benefits that you get from the song.
May the music provided by the satchel songs embolden you to seek out adventure and glory. View the satchel of songs in your inventory and any safe location. List of items. Like small square visit link, please continue.
Please continue.
List of items. 403. Night storm rope left there MD right there link. Night storm rope left there MD right storm.
I'm going to hit B for stats.
Stats button to activate presenter.
And I find when you have it on the stats view, it increases the load time.
Wrapping the top. Dash 30. Thank you.
Or, I mean, my apologies. It decreases load time, which is increasing your productivity in the game.
Thank you for your purchase of the Satchel of Songs special package. Your support is very much appreciated. As always, thank you for claiming, thank you and for supporting Sryth.
A standard thank you
for
getting the package. Good luck on your adventures. At Game Master at Sryth.com.
List of items. Like small square visit link. Frame list with items. 4307. Safe link. Safe visit link. Safe visit link. 2 frames and 1 claiming.
I'll hit F3.
Will be presented to your claim. Table 2. Bank. Crystal of Cadence. 1 items. Like small square visit link. Claim. List with 1 items. 2 frames and 38 links. Space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash.
Usual 414.
Like small square visit link. Please continue.
Which is
list with 1 items. 4204.
Continue.
2 frames and list. You open the back cost voucher. Crystal of Cadence. 35,988 dash. Crystal of Cadence. You open the back cost voucher. Remove from the start link. Direct Crystal Amulet. This is beyond any doubt the Crystal of Cadence. Are remarkable cubes. Other worldly powers are certain to complement your already formidable arsenal. Bank. The amulet does not occupy the armor slot when equipped. Item.
Does not occupy a neck armor slot when equipped, which means we can wear this in addition to other neck items, which essentially just means free stats.
Left bracket, right bracket, crystal cadence. Left bracket, visit link to right bracket. Equip the crystal cadence to enhance the bonuses provided by the songs contained in your satchel of songs by 1 point each. Don't forget that the crystal is.
Increases all song stats from our satchel of songs by 1 point each.
Link transmutable. Transmuting the crystal of cadence will not affect the enhancement it provides to the satchel of songs. May the crystal of cadence improve the sound left fair, not your taste right fair in music. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link, please continue.
Funny joke there. Increase the sound, if not your taste in music.
List of 1 items. Roll rose engraved helm left fair, empty right fair, link. Roll rose engraved helm left fair, empty right fair, visit link. 2 frames and 1 equip.
We got another item, so we had to go down to
Stats button to activate presenter.
space, M for
Wrapping the top. Dash
frame,
34,007.
us back to the top.
Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the crystal of cadence special package. Your support is very much appreciated. As always, thank you for playing and thank you again for supporting Sryth. Best of luck on all your adventures. Dash dash list of 1 items. Like small square visit link. Frame list of 1 items. 4307. Save link. Save visit link. 2 frames and 1 claiming. Will be presented with blank. Mist skull dice. List of 1 like small square visit link claim.
Get the
List of
skull
1 items.
dice mist glyph.
2 frames and 38 links. Space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Like small square visit link please.
Usual
List of 1 items. 4304. EMS link. 2 frames and 40 links. Nibble. Link at there it is. See the small wooden table breaking across dash 35,262 dash.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and read the whole thing this time, but going forward, I'm going to be skipping through the glyph pages, because they're essentially the exact same thing with just slight detail differences. But for the most part, you just select where you want to apply the location. I always pick random, and what color you want it to be, I always pick random. And then it tells you what stats you got, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and read through it this time.
There is residence. See the small wooden table breaking across from your reclusive like near the sorcerer and watch in silent amazement as. Link at there it is. Nimble fingers leave visiting pattern in the air as he mumbles a largely incoherent string of utterances. Without warning, the sparkling sphere of his form just over his right hand, floating less than an inch above his fingertips. Quote you chosen to spell dice. A quote says I knew closely. Quota. Link misclifs. Are entirely permanent, of course, but it seems you made up your mind. They are quite handy to be sure. Quote. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link please continue.
Go ahead and
List of 1 items.
continue.
2 frames and 7 list. List end. Like small square link choose your midnight.
Oh.
Visit wrapping the top. Dash the small sphere of sparkling mist now hovering just above there. Its left hand quivers. Quote all right. Hold still and tell me where you like the glyph to locate itself. Quote he says. Quote now. Don't fret too much over it. You can always move system. Other spot. So where's it going to go? Quote.
As he says here, you can always move it later. If you don't like the location or the color or what have you, you can always change it. Go to a safe location, go to miscellaneous section in your equipment or your inventory, however you want to word it. Find the misglyph battle aura, and in there you can reassign any one of your glyphs.
List of 1 items. Like small square visit link up for random location.
Random location's the one I always pick.
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your upper front torso.
Upper front torso, around the pectoral region.
List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your mid front torso.
Mid front torso, which would be around the rib cage area.
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your lower front torso.
Lower front torso, stomach.
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your upper back.
Upper back, above your shoulders, or at your shoulders.
List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your mid back.
Mid back, mid back. I mean, around
List
where your elbows.
List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your lower back.
Lower back, just above your backside.
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your right shoulder.
Or your tail if you have a tail. Right shoulder, pretty obvious. Right shoulder.
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your left shoulder.
Left shoulder, again,
List end.
pretty obvious. Left
List of 1
shoulder.
items. Like small square link choose your upper right arm.
Upper right arm, that'd be your bicep area.
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your right forearm.
Right forearm, that'd be, well, your forearm.
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your upper left arm.
Upper left arm, again,
List end.
bicep
List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your left forearm.
Left forearm, left
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your right wrist.
right wrist,
List end.
pretty
List of 1
standard,
items.
obvious.
Like small square link choose your left wrist.
Left
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your right thigh.
right thigh,
List end.
again, pretty
List of 1 items.
obvious.
Like small square link choose your right calf.
Right calf, your lower leg.
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your left thigh.
Left thigh,
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your left calf.
left calf,
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your right foot.
right foot,
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your left foot.
left foot,
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your right side of your neck.
right side of your neck,
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose the left side of your neck.
left side of your
List end.
neck,
List of 1 items. Like small square link choose the front of your neck.
front of your neck. I don't think I would want a tattoo across my throat.
List end.
That does not seem enjoyable.
List of 1 items. Like small square link choose the back of your neck.
Back of your neck,
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose the back of your right hand.
back of your right
List end.
hand,
List of 1 items. Like small square link choose the back of your left hand.
back of your left
List end.
hand,
List of 1 items. Like small square link choose the finger on your right hand.
finger on your right hand,
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose the finger on your left hand.
finger on your left
List
hand,
end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose the toe on your right foot.
toe on your right foot. Ow.
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose the toe on your left foot.
Toe on your left foot. Again. Ow. That's going to be a pretty small tattoo.
List end. List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your right eyelid.
Right eyelid.
List end.
Who on... Ow.
List of 1 items. Like small square link choose your left eyelid.
Left eyelid. Again.
List end.
I don't
Visit link
see
Nathalos.
the enjoyment.
Link 2.
Alright. So
Visit
we're
link
going to
end.
go ahead,
Like small square visit link up for random location.
do a Shift V, go to random location.
List 1 items. Colon 08. Mouse link. Mouse visit link. 0407. 2 frames of quote. The zero. Visit link rep. Visit link opt. Dash 35,245 dash. The zero sparkling mist quiver 3 times. Quote you like it. Quote says there. Quote in that case. I choose to place it on your right wrist. Now what about the color? Full color. Single color outline.
Alright, he's going to do it on our right wrist, and now we have to pick the color.
Invisible. Something random. Once again. Don't give it too much thought. You can change its color later if you so wish. Quote.
We can even pick invisible if we so choose.
List 1 items. Like small square visit link up for random color.
Opt for a random color, that's what I usually choose.
List end. List 1 items. Like small square link choose full color.
Choose full
List end.
color,
List 1 like small square link choose black outline.
black
List end.
outline,
List 1 like small square visit link choose red outline.
red
List end. List 1 items. Like
outline,
small square link choose green outline. List end.
green
List 1 items. Like small
outline,
square link choose blue outline.
blue outline.
List of one black small square link, choose a gray outline, dot, dot, dot.
Gray
List of one
outline.
black small square link, choose an orange outline, dot, dot, dot.
Orange
List of one
outline.
black small square link, choose a teal outline, dot, dot, dot.
Teal
List
outline.
of one items. Black small square link, choose a white outline, dot, dot, dot.
White
List of one
outline.
black small square link, choose a silver outline, dot, dot, dot.
Silver
List
outline.
of one black small square link, choose a golden outline, dot, dot, dot.
Golden
List
outline.
of one black small square link, choose a copper outline, dot, dot, dot.
Copper
List of one
outline.
black small square link, choose a pink outline, dot, dot, dot.
Pink
List of one
outline.
black small square link, choose a purple outline, dot, dot, dot.
Purple
List of one
outline.
black small square link, choose invisible, dot, dot, dot.
Invisible.
Visit link, two. Visit black small square link, choose black small square visit link, choose a golden outline, dot, dot, dot.
We're gonna choose
Black small square visit link, choose a red outline, dot, dot, dot.
what?
Black small square visit link, for random color, dot, dot, dot.
Random
List
color.
one items, colon, row 10, adventure link, visit link. 2 frames of 30 scene. The other hash 35,248 hash. The other interior sparkly missing to momentarily shrink. Quote all right, I'll choose. Quote says there. Quote I say it with the black outline on your right wrist. Good enough, close your eyes.
Black outline on our right wrist.
And try to think of something else if you would. This may change just a bit. Quote. Seeing no reason to ignore his instructions. To close your eyes as the white hash unit sorcerer begins to mumble the alien coherent preamble mentioned. Spell. List of one items. Black small square visit link, please continue.
Please
List of one
continue.
items. 2 frames of 38 links. Stable. Link 2. Visit link Nathalos. Wrapping the top. And you'll feel a brief sharp pain on your right wrist followed by a sudden burning sensation. Quote no need to worry. It's all done. Quote says there. Quote you can and shows open your eyes. Quote. Mist of cold spell license in place. Has a black outline on your right wrist. Melee rating permanently increased by 2.
Melee rating increased by 2.
Stamina points permanently increased by 1.
Stamina by 1.
Link mist battle aura. Increased to level 7.
Mistglyph battle aura increased to 7.
List of one item. Black small square visit link, please continue. Dot, dot, dot. List of one items. Table. Row 11. 2 frames of 38 links with that. You hang. Dash 35,250 dash. The white dash unit sorcerer thanks you for acquiring the mist tells you that your reaction to the symbols placement is to be commended. Quote many even the most ardent sorts don't react well to the first sight of a glyph. Quote he says. Quote your marker on that count. Quote. With that you hang there is a thin farewell before making your way out of clutter of golden back onto the streets of Port Alley. Remember you can always change the placement and color of any mist you possess by clicking the link in the mist file description while in any. Safe location. List of one items. Black small square visit link, please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
Please
List of one
continue.
items. 2 frames of 36 links. Save colon. Left colon. Good. Wrapping the top. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the mist cold spell special package. Your support is very much appreciated. As always, thank you for playing and thank you again for supporting Sryth. Best of luck on all your adventures. Dash dash Matt Name Master at Sryth.com right there. List of one items. Black small square visit link.
Please
List of one items.
continue.
4307. Safe visit link. Safe visit link. 2 frames of 1 claiming. Will be for stable with 2 columns blank. The silver wish. List of one items. Black small square visit link claim special package. Dot, dot, dot.
Let's get the silver wish.
List of one items. 2 frames of 36 links. Space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. The silver wish. Black small square visit link please.
Please
List of one items. Colon 04. 2 frames of 36 11 slash visit link MD colon. Wrapping the top. Add the silver wish. You're about to claim the rewards and bonuses this special package contains. Dot, dot, dot. List of one items. Black small square visit link please.
Please
List of one items. Colon 01. Table. 2 frames of 30 dot, dot, dot. Eastern. Dash 31,000. Visit link. Visit link rep. Visit link. Dash 31,381 dash. Dot, dot, dot. Eastern 5 dot, dot, dot. Windows chamber inside the mountain fortress of the silver sorceress. Dot, dot, dot. The silver sorceress whose true name is no known either closest confidant steers out into the hall before closing the door and turning to face you. Blank. Far over than the youthful countenance suggests the silver dash hair made smiles for kindly expression immediately putting you at ease. Quote secrecy is required for the incantation I'm about to recite. Quote she says. Quote the words I'm about to speak haven't been spoken in nearly a century. Come to. That I'm not entirely certain the spell will work, but you'll give it an honest try. You deserve that much. Dot, 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 and more. Thank you again, my friend. Quote. List of one items. Black small square visit link please continue. Dot, dot. List of one items.
Not sure what she's thinking us.
2 frames of 37 links. Not. Your Sryth is foothills. Link 4 London. When you have the condemnation of the silver wish, the sorceress moves to stand directly before Dash 31,382 dash. The sorceress moves to stand directly before and closes her eyes. She exhales sharply as she prepares to recite an incantation she referred to as the silver wish. In the fleeting moments before the first words of the ancient spell leave her lips, your thoughts drift back to a cool spring morning several weeks ago. When you have the condemnation of your confederates and battled by a sizable goblin force. Link 4 London. Foothills.
Okay, not sure how exactly we met her several weeks ago in the foothills when we literally just got to this village as our very first adventure, but sure.
Your swift, decisive action turns the tide of the grim battle and almost certainly saves the sorceress's life. Not long after parting ways with the grateful Stilters and her thankful companions, you receive a summons to meet the Rattle Mountain. Fortress of Eastern Five, where she reveals that she intended to reward you with her powerful magic. Your thoughts abruptly return to the present as the sorceress begins to speak, softly and carefully reciting the words of the ancient invocation. List of one items. Black small square visit link please continue. List of one items. 2 frames of 39 table. Attributs. Wrapping the top. Dash the sorceress's eyes suddenly fly open and her voice ascends into the lower realm that sends tremors through the chamber. A flash of silver light floods the window's room and a curtain of silvery sparkles momentarily hangs in the air, dazzling your eyes as they slowly cascade to the floor. The sorceress exhales sharply and steps back, seemingly drained by her efforts. Quote is done. Quote she says. Quote the silver wish is dot, 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 all will be. Give me just a moment. Quote. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 5.
Melee rating by
Your
5.
stamina points have been permanently increased by 5.
Stamina by
Your mental reserve has been
5.
permanently increased by 3.
NV by
XP.
3.
Plus 25,000 left bracket. Plus 25,000 general right bracket.
25,000
XP.
general
Plus 5,000 left bracket. Plus 5,000 XP to all skills and powers right bracket.
5,000 XP to all skills
XP.
and powers.
Link sword. For skills slash powers you don't get half.
I believe I mentioned this in the previous video, but something that's really cool that Matt put in a number of years back is when you get XP to all skills and powers, it doesn't just lose XP now if you don't have a skill or power. It gets sent to a storage, essentially. And then when you get that skill or power, you can go back to the adventure hall, the windowless building with a blue door, and there's a collect stored XP, and that lets you, back gain anything that you have previously gained. So this 5,000 XP that we just got to,
Link sword. For skills slash link sword XP. Plus 5,000 left bracket. Plus 5.
yeah, 5,000 XP that we got to all skills and powers doesn't go to waste just because we don't have all the skills and powers right this second.
XP. Link sword. For skills slash list of one items. Black small square visit link please continue.
Please
List of one
continue.
items. 2 frames of number. Rank goal 15. Wrapping the top. Dash after taking nearly a minute to recover. Sorceress directs you to a wooden chest resting against the wall to your right. Much to your surprise, the chest contains a large quantity of adventurer tokens left there in the black cloth pouch right there in the door of gold. At plus 100 you acquire 100 adventurer tokens.
100 adventure
Gold.
tokens.
Plus 25,000 you acquire 25,000 gold tokens.
25,000
Quote, I'm
gold.
sure you'll have to go fast. Quote, I'm sure you'll have to go news. Quote, she says, smiling. Quote, it's far less than you deserve, but perhaps what I'm about to give you will help make up for. At quote. List of one items. Black small square visit link please continue.
Please
List of one items. Skill button to activate. Press enter. 2 frames of 1 year. Link up. Link PW. Visit table enter 25%. Link encumbered.
Oh.
Wrapping the top. Dash 31,300. A silver sorceress holds up her right hand and removes from her forefinger a thick silver ring. Engraved on the bronze, flattened top of silver fantasy elaborate likeness of a triangular eye. She lifts the ring over and then hands it to you. Item. Left bracket silver eye ring.
Got the silver eye ring.
Left bracket visit link, right bracket. Coordinate raise your hand and serve you as a long serve me. Quote she says. List of one items. Black small square visit link, please continue.
Please continue.
List of one items. Two frames and one unquote.
Again, we just got an item. I'm going to hit B for the first button. That's the stats button. Hit space
stats button to activate presenter.
Because having the stats screen tends to increase how fast things load.
Wrapping the top. Astro 1382 thank the sorcerers for all that she's given you. She nods to defend Luis and your profound gratitude for your timely assistance with the goblins.
And then M takes you up to the first frame.
Quote your skill is talk of his old place. Quote she says. Quote so it will permit me to solve you for such a bit longer. There's a feast in your honor this evening. I do hope you don't mind. It's seldom go to waste. Quote. After politely accepting the honor, the two of you leave the chamber and embark on the lengthy tour of the mountain fortress and with a rousing reception. In the stronghold cavern's main hall. List of one items. Black small square visit link, please.
And we got a
frame list
feast
of one
in our
items.
name. Woo!
Two frames and 38 links. Skill combat link power. Wrapping the top. Thank you for as always. Thank you for black small square visit link, please. List of one items. 4501. Two frames and one undone. Will you present table with two top blank. Mystical list of one items. Mystical goblin barrel. List of black small square visit link.
Goblin barrel
list of one items.
glyph. Gives
two frames and 38 links. 414.
benefits against fighting goblins.
Black small square visit link, please continue.
Please continue.
List of one items. 4304. Two frames and 40 nibble. Black small square visit link, please continue.
Please
list of one items.
continue.
Two frames and 70 list. Visit link catalog. Visit link opt. Top link.
Cut.
Dash 35,200. Black small square visit link opt for random location.
Random location.
Frame list of one items. Dungeon map settings link. Dungeon map settings visit link. Dungeon map settings visit link. Two frames and 5 quote. The zero spark link with black small square visit link opt for random color.
Random
list of one items. List http://www. Eyes and dry of something. Quote all right. Choose. Quote says there. Quote I say the clip of your orange outline on your upper front torso. Good enough. Closure.
Orange outline on our upper front torso.
Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please
list of one items.
continue.
Two frames and 30 table. Link MR colon. Wrapping the top. Annual healer quote no need to worry. Mystical gold melee rating permanently increased by 1.
Melee rating by 1.
Stamina points permanently increased by 2.
Stamina by 2.
Link mystical aura. Increase to level 8. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Level 8.
List of one items. Item visit link.
Continue.
Two frames and 38. Remember comment with that. You black small square visit link. Please continue. List of one items. Two frames and 30 colon. Good. Wrapping the top. Astro, thank you. Thank you for your first black small square visit link. Please continue. List of one items. 4407. Two frames and one space. Will be for table with blank. Brimstone colon back stairs. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Claim special package. List of one items. Two frames and 38 links. Dash 414.
The Dreamstone, if you don't remember from the first video, is an item that we got that once a day you can go in and you get 3 different dreams. Each one gives you random stats and you can pick which one you want to remember. You can even say you like the first one, you can remember the first one, and then the second one comes up. If it's better, you can remember the second one with no penalty at all. Then we got another package that increased that, so now we're getting 10 dreams a day. Then we got another package that increased it plus 1 to, or between random 1 and 3 to every stat that came up, etc., etc.
Brimstone colon back stairs. Thank you for acquiring this special package. Black small square visit link.
Continue.
List of one items. 4304. Two frames for moving. Your Astro visit link rep. Visit link Astro nearing the narrow lane critics northern corner. Moving swiftly on the nearly deserted lane near to find your way office streets before dusk. You nearly like with a shadowy figure that lurches out of the doorway of a derelict structure. The rack platinum man, apparently a beggar, is face on, apologizes and points at the turn of events that leads to the fountain. Inquires about the Dreamstone.
So we run over a beggar who somehow knows we have the Dreamstone.
What you need to worry about is I know you have it. What he says, it's voice cracking. What you see, I can sense it. If I close my eyes, I can see it tied there. Not pretend that I don't cover it. For indeed I do. But what you do, this room is already at me firmly in its grasp. Oh, but to an end. No, it was a dream. Quote. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of one items. Two frames and 38 links. Quote. Blank. So itself. Quote. The wild look. Dash 36 visit link opt. Dash 36,211 dash. The wild look crosses a young man's face as he starts to shake. Quote. Let me tell it to you. Quote. He cries rapidly, wringing his hands. Quote. I know it's hidden in his heart. I'll tell it to you in the yours. Like a. So itself. It's a part of it. You see, you must understand this. Let me tell it to you while I can still recall it. Quote. Sensing he is near the blank. Sensing he is near the grave, and you attempt to calm him by asking him his name. He seems to take no notice of the question and instead continues to rave. Blank. Quote. Listen, do the earth. You will never hear the ones it emerges, but you must have it. It's yours to have. No one else can claim it. Who there? Even the most audacious would not see fit to do so. Listen to me. Their only dreams is what they said, and for a time I believed them. Let me tell. Continue. Quote. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of one items.
Screw loose.
Two frames and 38 links. Disturbed.
Screws.
Voice of the able to produce. Quote. Your whisper twisted into that which leaves before the stairs of the night blank. Suddenly, a young man's Dash 36 visit link opt. Dash 36,002. Suddenly, a young man straightens up and staggers forward, placing his tiny hands on your shoulder as he faces you with an unnervingly intense stare. Blank. Quote. The stairs of the night know what is true, what is false. Quote. Whispers. His entire body trembling. Quote. They will come as invited, and they will not leave. You will see them everywhere in other dreams, and yet they are nowhere, for they are almost nothing. They are things you know well, but twisted into that which you won't really recognize. You will not see them for what they are, for they are nothing you would know to know. Quote. His whispering trails off when he stops shaking. Quote. Your only is. Quote. He says in a clear, low voice as he leans in and whispers a short string of strange syllables into your ear. Sounds that no human voice should be able to produce. Disturbed by what you just heard, you instinctively step away from the young man in a zoom-guarded posture. As your utterances briefly echo through, your thoughts before abruptly falling silent. Brimstone colon back stairs unlocked. The night stairs enhancement increases the melee rating bonus provided by the dream crafted by the Dreamstone by 2 points each.
Yep, so any melee rating bonus that we get is increased by +2 for having the nightmare bonus.
List of one items. Black small square visit link. Please. List of one items.
Continue.
Two frames and 38 links. Visit link adventures colon. Visit link none. Wrapping the top. Astro the better places. Quote. Never fret over such thing. The better places his hands on his hips and smiles, seemingly amused by your very stance. Quote. Never fret over such things. Quote. He says, his voice slightly faltering. Quote. For they are ultimately your minimal concern. After all, you see, you are of time. And time is all. You are all for time as you. I once heard that, though I can't recall when and where, but it's all stuck with me. May. It's stick with you. I believe that it might, and I think we both know that it should. Quote. With that, the ragged young man turns and strolls into the nearby alley where he quickly melts into the shadows. Disturbed by the encounter, though rightfully intrigued at the prospect of having unlocked one of the Dreamstone's hidden powers, you promptly set off. On your way, mindful of the looming specter of the Addiston's infamous curfew. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of one items. Two frames and 30 skills. Link power. Wrapping the top. Astro, thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the Dreamstone colon back stairs special package. Your support is very much. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of one items. 4407. Two frames and 100 claiming. The building you entered. Locate will be presented to your table with blank. Moonbolt. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Claim this special package. List of one items.
Moonbolt. A pretty
Two
cool
frames and 38 links. Dash 414 dash Moonbolt. Thank you for you. Moonbolt. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of one items. 4403. One frame and 10 link. Left bracket. Left bracket. Right bracket. Moonbolt. Wrapping the top. Astro Moonbolt. The translucent double shield you hold in your hands is a legendary Moonbolt. A shield forged out of the frozen moon's layer delight of frigid. On the moon. Item. Left bracket, right bracket, visit link to right, but Joe sweeps down from above, sending a shiver through as you examine the remarkable shield, an item created by the famous Arcelian Archmage. Blank. Link Jordan. When equipped, there's a chance for each round of combat removal to unleash bolts of moonlight that will add 1-3 points to any melee damage you. Sword against your foe.
So something worth worth knowing, remembering. I don't remember if I mentioned it in the first video or not, but whenever these links come up, such
When equipped, link Jordan.
as
Blank. Link Jordan.
right here, it's link Curidan, you can actually click those and get a sort of biography of what it is, a little explanation or Pokedex sort of entry on what that person is, what they do. It's also in for anytime the shoulder cross comes up, and so forth.
When equipped, there's a chance for each sword against your foe. Don't forget that this remarkable shield is also link transmutable. May move serve you well. List of 1 items.
So anytime you deal damage against a foe, you have a chance to score an additional 1 to 3 damage because you have this shield.
Next small square visit link, please continue.
Doesn't
List
sound
of 1
like a
items. Pull for
lot,
your
but
feet.
it
Next one, roll
can
left there, MG
add.
right there, link. Next one, roll left there, MG right there, visit link. 2 frames and 1 forever. Stats button. Stats button to activate presenter.
Stats.
Rapid stop. Dash thank you. Thank you for your next small square visit link, please.
Usual thing.
Frame list with 1 items. 107.
And
2 frames and 1 limit. Will be present table with 2 columns blank. Amulet version. List of 1 items. Next small square visit link. List with 1 items. 2 frames and 38 link space. Visit link opt. Dash 400 amulet version. Next small square visit link, please. List with 1 items. Pull through 04. 1 frame and 9 links space. Left bracket visit left bracket item. The heavy star dash shape amulet dash 35,988 dash amulet version. The heavy star dash shape item amulet now in your position left there. Please be mindful of its 20 sharp points right there. It is a legendary amulet version.
20 pointed star.
Item. Left bracket add right bracket add left bracket visit link to right bracket. May the amulet serve you well in battle and divert some of those testing low attack rolls. Please remember that the amulet is also link transmutable. List of 1 items.
If I remember correctly, this can turn a 1 or a 2 into a 19 or 20. I don't fully recall, but I believe that was it.
Next small square visit link, please continue.
Continue.
List with 1 items table. 2 frames and 100 ST colon 154. Rapid the top dash thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the amulet. Visit link Nathalos. List end. Next small square visit link, please.
Continue.
List with 1 items. Pull for your 4. Next storm staff left there, MG right there, link. Next storm staff left there, MG right there, visit link. Stats button. Stats. Items button. Stats button. Stats button to activate presenter. Rapid the top will be table 2 blank. The Dorian Warstone. List of 1 next small square visit link. Claim list.
Dorian
Frame list with 1 item.
Warstone.
2 frames and 38 space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. The Dorian Warstone. Next small square visit link, please. List with 1 items. Pull through 04. Pull 105. 2 frames and 1 left bracket link to left bracket add right bracket the item. You are now the Dorian Warstone. Dash 35,343 dash. The Dorian you are now in possession of the Dorian Warstone. Item. Left bracket add right bracket the Dorian left bracket link to right bracket. The Warstone will automatically affix itself to enemies of torso armor equipment has a small chance of dealing upon your foe back some of the damage. Use sustained during combat. The Warstone has affixed itself to gold padded shirt.
Right now I'm just wearing a padded shirt, so the Warstone's attached to my padded shirt, but as I switch the torso armor, they'll switch to something else.
Next small square visit link, please.
Please continue.
List with 1 item stable. 2 frames and 160 link MR colon. Rapid the top dash thank you. Next small square visit link, please continue. List with 1 item. Pull for your 4. Next storm staff left there, MG right there, link. Next storm staff left there, MG right there, visit link. HTTP. No buttons. 2 frames and 2 limit.
Got an
Stats
item,
button.
so we have to go down
Stats button to activate presenter.
Click on that.
Rapid the top dash welcome presenter will be presented to your table with blank. Relic of sanctity. List of 1 items. Next small square visit link.
Relic of
Frame list with 1 items.
Sanctity.
2 frames and 30 space. Visit link opt.
I do apologize if it doesn't seem like my heart is in this video. As I say, I just completed it before making this one, so I'm a little frustrated that I had to make it twice.
Dash 414 dash.
That's nothing against the game, and it's nothing against you guys. It's entirely against Windows 11.
Next small square visit link, please continue. List with 1 items. Pull through 04. Pull 105. 2 frames and 1 left bracket link to right left bracket item. You now relic of sanctity. Dash 35,343 dash. Relic of you now possess relic of sanctity. Oh, the item long ago discovered the gloomy depths of an Alfari crypt. Item. Left bracket add right bracket relic of sanctity. Left bracket link to right bracket. The relic will also extra damage against undead foes.
Deals extra damage against undead foes.
May the quick before the purified light of relic of sanctity. List of 1 items. Next small square visit link, please continue.
Please continue.
List with 1 items. Forever through link. 2 frames and 1 table.
Again, we got
Stats
an
button.
item, so we have to hit B for button.
Stats button to activate presenter.
Space on stats. M
Rapid the top dash 34. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of relic of sanctity. Next small square visit link, please continue.
Continue.
Frame list with 1 items. Pull 307. Save link. Save visit link. HTTP www. 2 frames and 1 limit. The building you entered will be presented to your table with 2 column blank. Togos curse. List of 1 items. Next small square visit link. Claim is special.
Torgrox
List with 1 items.
curse.
2 frames and 30 space. Visit link opt. Dash 383 dash. Togos curse.
Oh, this isn't the 414.
Congratulations on your acquisition of the special Togos curse package. And as always, thank you for playing and supporting Sryth. Select the please continue option below to claim your package. List of 1 items. Next small square visit link. Please continue.
Although it said exactly the same thing.
List with 1 items. Pull through 05. 2 frames and 39 link once. Link Togos curse. The special package Togos curse. Dash visit link rep. Visit link opt. Dash 20 Togos curse. The special package you just acquired provides adventure tokens, gold, experience, Togos 7 ring, and a legendary bit of magic known as Link Togos curse. Once bestowed upon you, the quote curse quote will allow you to wear a total of 7 rings, 3 more than the standard limit of 4. The quote curse point never reserve bonuses of any rings you wear, increasing each of those bonuses by 1. List of 1 items. Next small square visit link. Please continue. List with 1 items.
So it increases the bonus of
2 frames and 40
any
links plus
ring
500
that you
acquired.
wear.
Add. Visit link rapid the top dash 28,500.
So if your ring gives plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 to MR, SP, and V, then it'll end up being plus 2, plus 3, plus 4 instead.
Late one on afternoon. The edge of a small hollow. The northern sorts of awkward. The middle hash shaped woman in green for shimmering emerald tokens stark contrast to the dull grays and browns that seem to comprise the entirety of the drab. Late autumn palettes, smiles and pose. She resistors for whistle near and promptly hands you a cloth sack containing a large quantity of adventure tokens. Blank. Add. Plus 500 you acquire 500 adventure tokens.
500 adventure tokens. Not bad at all.
Quote, I believe that's what was agreed upon. Quote, she says, quote, those are easy to come by. Mine. Spend them wisely. Quote. Solmira next focuses heavily on the ring. She glances over the piece for just a moment before handing it to. Item. Left bracket, added right bracket, toe box, 70 ring. Left bracket, visit link to right bracket.
Oh, hi, Mystery. Sorry, my cat Mystery just decided to walk by my face.
Quote, wants to log to. Link toe box. Himself. Quote, she says, quote, I recommend keeping that safe. On your finger might be a safest spot for it. Quote. Almost without pause, the dark dash air woman points to the nearby chest dash something you somehow failed to take notice of until this very moment. She tells. You lift the chest is filled with the gold you were promised. Gold. Plus 100,000 to acquire 100,000 gold tokens.
100,000 gold.
Quote, say, man, dot, 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 woman, dot, 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 have too much gold. Quote, she says, rolling her eyes. Quote, I've never yet found that to be true, dot, 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 not anywhere, dot, 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 not for anyone. I hope you find the good news for it. Quote.
Oh,
List of
and
items.
I'm being used as a walking place now.
Like small square visit link, please continue, dot, dot, dot.
Okay. Please
List of items.
continue.
2 frames and 39 links, link power, skills, comma. Wrapping the top, dash 28, quote, you now arrive at a matter of no small importance. Quote, says Solmira, quote, close your eyes and do your best to clear away your thoughts. Quote. Heeding her instructions, you close your eyes almost immediately. A strange sensation washes over you. Your heart pounds wildly and your breathing becomes both shallow and rapid. Then, suddenly, as quickly as it began, the feeling abruptly abates, leaving you momentarily breathless. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 4.
Melee rating by 4.
Your stamina points has been permanently increased by 8.
Stamina by 8.
Your mental reserve has been permanently increased by 4.
NV by 4.
XP. Plus 50,000 left bracket, plus 50,000 general right bracket.
50,000 general
XP.
XP.
Plus 10,000 left bracket, plus 10,000 XP to all skills and powers right bracket.
$10,000
XP.
skills
Link
and
forward.
powers.
For skills slash power quote there, that's quote says Solmira as you slowly open your eyes. Quote now, just the cursor remains. Quote. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link, please. List of 1 items.
Please continue.
2 frames and 38 table. Attributes. Wrapping the top, dash Solmira reaches into a pocket zone to the side of her green and draws out a small engraved stone which she promptly hands to. The slightly dash rounded. Stone, very bitter in the coin, bears on its flatter side a crude carving that appears to depict the sun. Quote, I've been told that you're the old tightly. Quote, she says, quote, wrap your fingers around it, dot, 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 tightly. Have you got it? Are you ready? All right, dot, 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 do. May want to close your eyes again. Quote. Seeing no reason not to follow her instruction, you close your eyes and tighten your grip on the stone. A strange, unsettling feeling begins to take hold of the very core of your being, dot, dot, dot. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link, please continue, dot, dot, dot.
We close our eyes an awful
List of 1
lot.
items. 2 frames and 40 links, view. The villainy bonus is currently provided in my toe box. Left bracket, quote, the curse is now yours. You immediately realize that the carved image of the sun for only moments of your eyes creep open with the strange dash 28,510 dash. The strange feeling suddenly abates, leaving you with just a mild sense of disorientation. Your eyes creep open and you find yourself almost face to face with Solmira. She asks you for a stone, and as you hand the curious object back to her, you immediately realize that the carved image of the sun for only moments ago is now gone. The coin dash size stone is now smooth on all sides. Quote, the curse is now yours. Quote, she says, smiling. Quote, it's not really much of a curse, I suppose, as it really does no harm, dot, 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 and it's quite beneficial. Quote, item. Left bracket, added right bracket, toe box curse. Left bracket, link to right bracket. The villainy bonus is currently provided in my toe box curse. Be sure to link to the curse. In amongst your miscellaneous items. Don't forget that you now wear a total of 7 rings. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link, please continue, dot, dot, dot.
Alright, we can now
List of
wear
1 items.
7 rings. Woohoo!
2 frames and 37 width. Know what I mean. Take care. Quote, and you spend a few, maybe I should pay for your quote. I was operating safe. Link shoulder. Solmira slips the stone back into her pocket and steps forward. Dash 28,511 dash. Solmira slips the stone back into her pocket and steps forward. Meeting link shoulder cross.
See, as I said about the shoulder cross, we could click shoulder cross right here and get a description of what exactly that means.
Quote, I was operating safe. Quote, she asks, nodding towards the nearby oak that wins its way south towards the village. Quote, I haven't been there in over a year. Maybe I should pay for your visit. There's just something about this part of the world I find endearing. Quote, you spend a few minutes filling her in on some of the recent happenings throughout the region. She seems thankful for the news and wishes you luck on her future endeavors as the two of you prepare to part ways. Quote, and I don't think I have to say this. Quote, she says, smiling coldly. Quote, but this meeting never took place. I was never here. Dot, 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 you were never here. I thank you. Know what I mean. Take care. Quote.
Alright, remember guys, she was never here, we were never here, this never happened.
With that, the green dash carved Solmira turns and strides off the meat road. When she reaches the set, she pauses for a moment, looks back and salutes. You will wave before starting south, presumably bound for awkward, dot, 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 just perhaps a warm road is on by 12 dash 10 to fire. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link, please. List of 1 items.
Continue.
2 frames and 36 link space. Visit link opt. Dash 28, thank you for purchasing the toe box first package. We hope you enjoy it and will continue to enjoy all that the package contains. Best of luck on all your adventures. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link, please continue. List of 1 items. Full one http://www.sryth.com/game. Blank. 2 frames and 1 Hood figure. Fully welcome adventure. Will be presented to your table. Blank. Missile full list of 1 item. Like smallest end. Blank. Combat kit dash list of 1 like smallest end. Blank. The ghost web cloak. List of 1 like smallest end. Blank. The spectre list of 1 like smallest end. Blank. The list of 1 like smallest end. Blank. Mercy list of 1 like smallest end. Blank. Snakes on ring. List of 1 like smallest end.
Sorry, I
Blank.
want to get the other Togrogs.
Toe box ability.
There
List of 1
it
like
is.
small square visit link. Claim this special package. Dot, dot, dot.
Claim
List of 1 items.
Togrog's Epiphany.
2 frames and 37 space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Toe box ability.
Well, this is used back to the
Like
standard.
small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
So please
List of 1 items. Full
continue.
104. 2 frames of Epiphany. Link toe box. The special package you just toe box. Dash 33,000. Visit link opt. Dash 33,438 dash. Toe box Epiphany. The special package you just acquired will bestow upon you with 1% of a strange and obscure bit of magic known as Link toe box. Epiphany. In conjunction with toe box curse, the Epiphany will allow you to wear a grand total of 11 rings. The Epiphany also allows you to wear 2 pieces of wrist armor.
Okay, we can wear 11 rings. 1 more ring than we have fingers. Plus 2 wrist pieces.
List of 1 items. Like small square visit link. Please continue.
Please
List of 1 items.
continue.
Full 110. 2 frames and 30 eternal combat. Link toe box. Visit wrapping the top. Dash Solmira wiping away several raindroplets rolling down her face. Sits opposite you and places a cloth bag on the center of the table. At her bed, you open the bag and draw a worn untacked letter bound book. Its smart cover closed with an iron clasp. Quote, that book is Link toe box. Journal. Quote, she says, reaching out and pushing a small volume toward you. Quote, was taken from the scene of the attack in which toe box was killed. Dash by. Someone clever enough to realize its value. It was lost shortly after it was stolen and was only recently discovered. Dash by accidentally attacked. Quote, blank. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link. Please.
Please
List of 1 items.
continue. We've got
2 frames and 37 links. List.
coming
List of 1
to
items.
us.
Like small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot. Visit link Nathalos. Wrapping the top. Dash carefully open the journal and peruse its scattered time worn pages, all of which are covered with copious books and elaborate sketches spanning disparate. Array of arcane subject matter. Quote, none of it makes much sense without this. Quote, says Solmira holding up around almost perfectly clear crystal shard. Quote, it was in a pouch tethered to the book. Looking into those pages through his little wonder reveals much as is apparent to the naked eye. Quote, Solmira reaches out as if to hand you the crystal, but suddenly draws back her arm and faces you with a stern gaze. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link. Please continue.
Please
List of 1 items.
continue.
2 frames and 37 quote. Solmira places the crystal shard on the table and visit wrapping the top. That quote, that journal contains toe box Epiphany. Quote, she says, pursing her lips as she apparently waits to see how you react to the revelation. Quote, yes, it's Epiphany. Dash dash is final music and grand design rings and magic. If you choose to employ the crystal and encounter the true words of toe box, I won't attempt to stop you. I will, however, advocate for caution. Quote, Solmira places the crystal shard on the table and then slides it across to you. Quote, the journal contains more than the Epiphany. Quote, she says, quote, there may be other grand benefits to the devouring its words, but there remains the likelihood. For Pharaoh, the most insidious kind, toe box went to great lengths to protect his writings. He may have done so to protect his knowledge, dot, 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 or to protect others from it. Quote, list of 1 items. Like small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
Alright,
List
so
of 1 items.
now we're worried.
2 frames and 38 links. 300 copy colon.
Knowledge, or was he protecting people
Wrapping the top. Dash 33
from
reads over by her insightful words. Do not acknowledging that you understand and accept the risks that come with reading from the magically dash protected journal of a master sorcerer. Apparently satisfied, Solmira rises from her chair and tells you that she must be on her way, apologizing for your abrupt departure. Quote, I find myself more and more on the move these days. Quote, she says as you stand up and step around the table to meet her in a link shoulder cross. Quote, there is for me danger in remaining too long in any one place, so you need to worry for the concern of my own. Quote, list of 1 items. Like small square visit link. Please continue.
Please
List of 1 items.
continue.
2 frames and third list. Like small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, visit link Nathalos. Wrapping the top. Dash 33 the 2 of you simultaneously break off the link shoulder cross and Solmira bids you farewell as she prepares to depart. Quote, it's unlikely you'll meet again. Quote, she says, the proclamation catching you off guard. Quote, I don't think I have reason to return to these parts in the foreseeable. Future perhaps not ever. Tomorrow is, of course, a matter of our hands, so we should retain just as literal quote. Keep well, quote. With that, she turns and lists of items. With that, she turns and strides out of the inn, pausing at the door to glance back at you before stepping out into the afternoon drizzle. List of 1, Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue.
Please
List of items.
continue.
2 several. Toolbox written words and content using the dash 3000 visit link opt. Dash using the crystal shards. The context dash using the crystal shards. It takes you more than 2 hours to read through literal and to assemble the range of scattered passages into meaningful. Context dash result is staggering. Toolbox written words and small drawings with you maneuver through the crystal seams that have little meaning slowly transform into brilliant, insightful, sagacious notions about the nature of magic and the strategies for left there and wisdom of right there and infusing worldly objects with mystical energy. Several minutes after completing your scrutiny of the book, you come to the sudden and profound revelation that you're able to identify and understand. The core of the journal's implication dash the epiphany. List of 1 items. Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue.
Please
List of 1
continue
items.
again.
2 frames and 37 links. Sryth trademark. Quit button. Wrapping the top. Dash 30 suddenly. List of 1 items.
I hate these pages where it's just one line. Suddenly, ... Continue.
Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue. List of 1 items. 101. Table. 2 frames and 38. Dash 33 visit and grip. Visit dash runs through your body as both the crystal shard and the journal slip from your hands and land on the table. The room begins to spin and your vision blurs. Your melee rating does permanently increase by 2.
Melee rating by 2.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 6.
Stamina by 6.
Your mental reserve has been permanently increased by 3.
Envy by 3.
List of 1 items. Black Smalls, where is it? Please.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 10. Adventures visit link. Adventures visit link. 2 frames and 30. Link. Wrapping the top. Dash 33 you just acquired Togox epiphany. You can now equip a total of 11 rings.
We can now wear 11 rings.
You can now equip a total of 2 pieces of wrist armor.
We have 10 fingers.
You can now equip a total of 2 pieces of wrist armor.
And 2 pieces of wrist armor.
You are now the envy of adventurers from every corner of the known left fair and the known right fair realms. List of 1 items. Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue. List of 1 items. 405. 406.
Envied
2
by
frames and 42
all
links. Special package. Black Smalls,
adventurers.
where Togox. Special package. Star Black Smalls, where Togox 70 ring. Visit wrapping the top. Dash Togox rings. Many of Togox 4 rings that you possess will have melee ratings, stamina points, and mental reserve bonuses each augmented by 4. Togox 4 rings include colon.
See, now that's pretty cool. Any of Togrog's rings are increased by +4 to MR, SP, and V, and that's on top of any other modifiers we get, such as Togrog's Curse increasing all rings by +1. I think there's another package that we get later on that does something similar as well.
List of 4 items. Black Smalls, where Togox 70 ring. Star from the. Visit link Togox curse. Special package. Black Smalls, where Togox red ring. Star from the. Link Togox rings. Special package. Black Smalls, where Togox green ring. Star from the. Link Togox rings. Special package. Black Smalls, where Togox blue ring. Star from the. Link Togox rings. Special package. List end. List of 1 items. Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue. List of 1 items. 2 frames and 107 dash. Visit link opt. Dash 30 as your vision begins to clear your startled to discover that the crystal shard used to reveal the true contents of Togox journal is disintegrated. Blank. Around. Clear fragment of crystal is now nothing more than a pile of white just on the table. The journal, much to your surprise, is entirely empty with no markings of any kind on its worn, tattered pages. Item. Left bracket added right bracket Togox journal. Left bracket link to right bracket. List of 1 items. Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue.
I'm going to go ahead and hit B for stats.
Stats button to activate presenter.
Space on stats to activate it.
Wrapping the top. Dash 33 as your vision begins to clear your startled to discover that the Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue.
V for visited links. Enter
Frame list with 1 item. Still link. 2 frames and 39 links. Photo. Cancel comment. And Apple link fellow. Elzora. Dash visit link opt. Dash 33,451 dash. Elzora, the code cricket silver and natural proprietor arrives at your table bearing 2 mugs of steaming. Link fellow. And Apple lower dash crusted bread. Photo. Fancy that. I would have sworn that there were 2 of you over here just a moment ago. Quote, she says, a perplexed look on her face. Photo. Well, no bother. If you don't mind, I'll have a second one and we'll share the bread. Good bread. The day is always good. Mine, but the day is quite good. Quote. With that, the innkeeper takes the share opposite your own and presses across the table to one of the fallow dash vessels. You smile, anchor, and prepare to enjoy first. Careful sip of the piping hot drink. List of 1 items. Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue. List of 1 items. 2 frames and 38 link 30. Visit link adventures colon. Wrapping the top. Dash. Thank you as always. Thank you for playing and for Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue. List of 1 items. 4307. http://www. Visit link Nathalos. Will be presented table with 2 column blank. Miss Glyph colon tome. List of 1 items. Black Smalls, where is it? Claim special packet.
Miss Glyph's
List of 1 items.
tome.
2 frames and 36 links. Space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Black Smalls, where is it? Please
continue.
List of 1 items. 4304. 2 frames and 30 nibble. Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue. List of 1 items. 2 frames and 60 list. List end. List of 1 items. List end. Visit link opt. Visit link Nathalos. Black Smalls, where is it? Link opt for random location.
There we go. Random
list of 1 items. 4108. Mouse link. Mouse visit link. http://w double quote. The zero sparkling Miss Glyph. Black Smalls, where is it? Link opt for random color. List of 1 items. 4110. 2 frames and 38 links. Seeing. Quote all right. I'll choose. Quote says there. Quote I say the Glyph to be a reason to see outline on the back of your right hand. Good enough. Close.
Teal outline on our right hand.
Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue. List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 table. Visit link Nathalos. Wrapping the top. And you'll feel no need to worry. It's all Miss Glyph. Stamina points permanently increased by 1.
Stamina by 1.
Mental reserve permanently increased by 3.
Envy by
Link Miss Glyph
3.
4. Increase to level 9. List of 1 items. Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue.
Level 9.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 38 links. Remember comment with that. You hang Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue. List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 colon. Good. Wrapping the top. Dash 34. Thank you. Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue. List of 1 items. 4407. 2 frames and 1 claiming. Will be presented table with 2 blank. Combat kit. List of 1 items. Black Smalls, where is it? Claim special packet. List of 1
Combat
items.
kit. Battle magic.
2 frames and 30 space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Black Smalls, where is it? Please continue. List of 1 items. 4304. EMS link. EMS visit link. 2 frames and 30. This combat kit colon battle magic. Dash 35,161 dash. Combat kit colon battle magic. This combat kit which increases the potential damage done by your offensive combat powers. Is something physical you see in such dash failure. Enemies are sure to take notice.
This increases the offensive magic abilities.
The battle magic secrets you unlock by acquiring this skill serves to increase the damage done by the magical powers you employ against your foes during combat.
So any direct magic damage.
The potential damage caused by the following magical powers will be in list of 7 items. Black Smalls, where destruction colon never energy blast. List of the potential damage caused by the following magical powers will be increased colon. List of Black Smalls, where destruction colon never energy blast.
Destruction, never energy blast. Bleh.
Black Smalls, where destruction colon sustained decay.
Destruction, sustained decay.
Black Smalls, where telekinesis colon telekinetic blast.
Telekinesis, telekinetic blast.
Black Smalls, where necromancy colon wraith touch.
Necromancy, wraith touch. That's my personal favorite.
Black Smalls, where elementalism colon elemental fury.
Elementalism, elemental fury.
Black Smalls, where elementalism colon summon elemental.
Elementalism, summon elemental.
Black Smalls, where gain colon summon entity.
Gating, summon entity.
Listen. Contain the set of cryptic verses inscribed on 7 glowing scrolls, which disintegrate the instant you enter the secrets of battle. Magic, an ancient and story arc are lores. Primarily concerned with identifying and explaining the various weaknesses of any foes which you engage in combat. Your knowledge of battle magic works by increasing the potential damage dealt by the successful user of offensive magic. Your mastery of battle magic also provides you with a +3 bonus to your mental reserve.
+3 to
Now, time to put your newly acquired knowledge to use. #find enemies to thrive, mask, or otherwise exterminate. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, please continue. List of 1 items.
Please continue.
2 frames and 38 links. Space. Visit link opt. Dash 34,780. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of like small square, visit link, please continue.
Thank you.
List of 1 items. Goal 407. http://www. 2 frames and 1 claimant. Will be presented table with 2 bank. The ghost web cloak. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, claimant.
Ghost web
List of 1
cloak.
items.
This, I believe,
2
is
frames and
one
38
of
links.
the
Space.
Halloween
Visit link opt.
items.
Dash 414 dash. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Usual 414
List of 1 items. Goal
page.
104.
Continue.
2 frames and 38 is the special package used for the ghost web cloak. Dash 33,000. Visit link opt. Dash 33,703 dash. The ghost web cloak. The special package you just acquired will provide you with the ghost web cloak. This incredible cloak does not occupy back armor slot when equipped. You can wear it right alongside any other piece of back armor in your possession.
So as that said, this doesn't take up a back armor slot, so you can wear it along with other back armor slot items, which essentially gives you free stats.
Bank. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. Goal 406. 2 frames and 108, please. Left bracket link to left bracket item. Bank. You wait with a start. Struggling to forget the dash 33,704 dash. The children move dot. You wait with a start. Struggling to forget the imagery of a terrifying dream and discover a strange bundle resting at the foot of your bed. Bank.
So essentially, we wake up from a nightmare and find a bundle at the foot of our bed and get excited. Woohoo! I'm scared out of my mind, wake up, and there's somehow a package at the foot of my bed. Wonder how it got there.
Item. Left bracket added right bracket ghost web code. Left bracket link to right bracket. Please book code the 3 quotes that make up this selection. Left there. Visit link ghost web code. Visit link spectrum code. And link for instant code right there.
As you can see, the Ghost Web Cloak, the Spectrum Cloak, and the Spirit Sense Cloak, whatever the 3 of them are all sort of part of a unit, essentially.
Can all be equipped at the same time. Left there along with any other single piece of back armor in your possession right there to provide a truly terrifying total of bonuses. Bank. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, please continue. List of 1 items. Goal 101. Unequipped link bracket.
We're going to continue.
2 frames and 1 SP colon. Stats button.
Go ahead and hit stats.
No frames. Wrapping the top. Dash 30. Thank you for supporting Sryth. We open the Nathalos. Thank you for play. Visit link ghost web code. Visit link and links first. Can all be bank. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Just a reminder that all 3 cloaks can be worn
Frame, list of 1
together. Continue.
2 frames and 140 learn. Will be presented table with 2 columns and 4 bank. The spectrum cloak. List of 1 like small square, visit link, claim special package.
The next cloak,
List of 1 items.
it's going to be the exact same
2 frames and 38 links. Dash 414. Visit link. Dash 400. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Goal 204. 2 frames and 30 bank. List of 1 items. Like listen. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Goal 107. 2 frames and 1 please. Visit link. Visit link spectrum and links for all bank. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, please
continue.
List of 1 items. Goal 101. Table. 2 frames and 1 space. Stats button. Stats button to activate presenter. Wrapping the top. Dash 30. Thank you for always. Please book visit visit link. Links for all bank. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Continue.
Frame list of 1 items. 2 frames and 100. Will be presented table with bank. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, claim special.
The third
list of 1 items.
cloak, same exact thing. I'm just
2 frames and 37 links. Dash 404. Visit link. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Goal 204. 2 frames and 37 links. This back this. Bank. List of 1 items. Like small list end. Visit link 2. Visit list end. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Goal 207. 2 frames and 1 ghost web. Please book code the 3 quotes. Stats button. Stats button to activate presenter. Wrapping the top. Dash usable item. Left bracket. Please book visit link. Visit link and links for all the equipped bank. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Continue.
Frame list of 1 items. Skill button to activate presenter. Skill button to activate presenter. 2 frames and 41 link table. With MR colon. Table. List end. Like small square, visit link, please continue. List of 1 items. http://www. 2 frames and 1. Visit link for the special package. Will be presented table with bank. Merzik list of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, claim special package.
Merzik's battlesuit.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Like small square, visit link, please.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Goal 204. 1 frame and 10 outfitted. Left bracket. Left item. Legendary battlesuit. Merzik's battlesuit. Dash 35,343 dash. Merzik's battlesuit. You now possess one of the most remarkable pieces of armor in all of Sryth dash. Link Merzik's.
You now possess one of the greatest pieces of armor.
Legendary battlesuit.
Bum bum bum.
Item. Left bracket. Right bracket. Merzik's left bracket. Visit link to right bracket. Outfitted in a battlesuit. You will indeed be a force to be reckoned with. Don't forget that this amazing armor is also link transmutable. May the battlesuit serve you well and may you use it with renown of Merzik's legacy. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
If I remember correctly, it has a special bonus.
List of 1 items. Star dash angle upper left there and empty right there link. 2 frames and 100 here. Stats button. Stats button to activate presenter. Wrapping the top. Dash 30. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the Merzik's battle. Your support is very much. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Continue.
Frame list of 1 items. Goal 307. Save link. Save visit link. Save visit link. 2 frames and 130 claimant. Will be presented table with bank. Snake stone ring. List of 1 like small square, visit link, claim special package.
Snake stone
List of 1
ring.
2 frames and 38 space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Like small square, visit link, please.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Goal 104. 2 frames and 1 dash. Visit link opt. Dash 35,000 snake stone ring. You now possess the snake stone ring. Item. Left bracket, right bracket, left bracket, visit link, right not only does ring left there when equipped right there and dealt reduces damage on the foe's special attack, but it's also link transmutable. Keep your ring safe. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
As it says, the ring.
List of 1 items. Goal 303. Short sword left there, TM right there, link. Short sword left there, TM dash.
Opponent's
Stats button.
special attacks.
Stats button to activate presenter. Wrapping the top. Dash 34. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of your support is there. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Continue.
Frame list of 1 items. Goal 207.
Oh, more
2 frames and 136 links. Visit claimant.
it decreases the damage of
Will be
special
presented here for the
attacks
claim.
when worn.
Table with 2 top bank. Mist with cold shoulder cross. List of 1 like small square, visit link, claim special pack.
Shoulder
List of 1 items.
cross, mist glyph.
2 frames and 30 space. Visit link opt. Dash 4 missed colon black small square visit link please continue.
Please
List with one items
continue.
4304. EMS link. 2 frames and 30 nibble. Link awareness. Black small square visit link please continue.
Please
List with one items.
continue.
2 frames and 69 list. Black small square link choosing lower back dot. Visit link opt. Dash for the small quote all letters list of black small square link opt for random location.
Random
List with one items
location.
colon 08. Mouse visit link http colon slash double quote. Invisible something random. Black small square visit link opt for random colors dot.
Random
List with one items
color.
colon 010. Adventures link adventures visit link 2 frames and 30 scene. Try to think of scroll all right. Choose quote as there. Quote I say list of the amazing outline on your left half. Good enough. Close your eyes and
Pink outline on my left calf.
try to see the spell. List with one items. Black small square visit link please.
Continue.
List with one items. 2 frames and 30 table. Link MR colon. Wrapping the top. Conceal brief quote no missed melee rating permanently increased by 2.
Melee rating by 2.
Stamina points permanently increased by 3.
Stamina by
Link
3.
battle aura. Increased to level 10.
Mistcliff battle aura increased to
List of one
level
items.
10.
Black small square visit link please.
Continue.
List with one items table. 2 frames and 30 Smith. Quote many even the most ardent source. Don't react with that. Remember to save location. List of one black small square visit link please.
Continue.
List with one items. 2 frames and 30 line colon. Senior colon. Wrapping the top. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase. Black small square visit link please continue.
Continue.
List with one items. 4407. HTTP. Blank. 2 frames and 100 claimant. The building you entered located in the center of Poplar is a prison. Will be presented to table with blank. Togrox ring. List with one items. Black small square visit link claimant special pack.
Togrox
List with one items.
rings.
2 frames and 30 dash. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Black small square visit link please continue.
Usual thank you
List with one
page.
items. Colon 04.
Continue.
1 frame in the space. Link store. XT. Wrapping the top. Dash 30,000 Togrox rings. You will now receive all the amazing items, benefits, and bonuses this package contains. XT. Plus 50,000 left bracket. Plus 50,000 general right bracket.
50,000
XT.
general
Plus 10,000 left bracket. Plus 10,000 XT all skills and powers right bracket.
10,000 all
XT.
skills and
Link store.
powers.
For skills slash powers item. Left bracket added right bracket Togrox red ring. Left bracket link to right bracket.
Red
Item.
ring.
Left bracket added right bracket Togrox green ring. Left bracket link item.
Ring.
Left bracket added right bracket Togrox blue ring. Left bracket link to your melee rating has been permanently increased by 6.
Melee rating by
Your stamina points have been
6.
permanently increased by 8.
Stamina by
Your mental
8.
reserve has been permanently increased by 6.
Envy by
Keys
6.
of code you can customize the names of Togrox free ring to customize link at the bottom of this description. Item names. List of one items. Black small square visit link please continue.
Continue.
List with one items. 2 frames and 40 space. Or colon. Wrapping the top. Dash thank you. Thank you for purchasing. Visit link Togrox curse. Special package. Visit link. Check it out. Please book code you can customize the names of Togrox free rings on your disabled location by selecting one of the rings in your inventory. Visit special visit and thank you. Dash 30,706 thank you. Thank you for purchasing the Togrox ring special package. And as always, thank you for playing and supporting Sryth. If you haven't yet acquired the visit link Togrox curse special package which allows you to equip a total of 5 rings. Be sure to visit link. Check it out.
Oh, that's mistaken. It says you can only equip 5 rings when you get that package, but it's 7.
Special package which allows you to equip a total of 5 rings. Be sure to visit link. Check it out. Please book code you can customize the names of Togrox free rings on your disabled location by selecting one of the rings in your inventory and clicking the customize link at the bottom of this description. You can also visit the quote window building with a blue door quote to find an option for customizing your item names. List of one items. Black small square visit link please continue.
I think I emailed Matt about that already, but
List with one items. 2 frames and 100 space. Stats button. Stats button to activate the center. Wrapping the top. Hashtag welcome adventure. Outfit figure floating away behind the clutter will be presented to your table with blank. Dragon talon bracelet. List of one items. Black small square visit link claim special pack.
I don't know why I got
2
the
frames and 30
Dragon Talon bracelet other than to
2 frames and 36 links. Dash.
It
Visit
doesn't
link
have
opt.
any special
Dash 414
effects.
dash. Black small square visit link please.
Please
List with one items.
continue.
4304. 1 frame and 9 left bracket added item. Left bracket added right bracket. Left bracket visit link to right bracket. Wrapping the top. Dash 30 Dragon talon bracelet. The bracelet you just acquired was crafted out of the talon of fearsome. Link us dragon. And infused with several powerful enchantments of ancient. Link Altari. Origin. Item. Left bracket added right bracket talon. Left bracket visit link to right bracket. Don't forget that the bracelet is. Link transmutable. May the bracelet serve you well. List of one items. Black small square visit link please continue.
Please continue.
List with one items. 4405. Drop in graphic. 2 frames and 2 on table. Stats button. Stats button to activate the center. Wrapping the top. Dash thank you. Thank you for your purchase of your support. Is there black small square visit link please continue.
Continue.
Frame list with one items. 4307. Save link. Save visit link. 2 frames and 1 claimant. Will be disabled. Blank. Comics boots. List of one black small square visit link claim special pack.
Comrix boots.
List with one items. 2 frames and 30 space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Black small square visit link please continue.
Please continue.
List with one items. Colon 04. 1 frame and 7 left bracket visit left bracket added right bracket item. You now possess the rare comics boots. Dash 35,988 dash. Comics you now possess the rare leather boots worn by Comrade Available. Flame Hunter Woodsman and Acrobat Tamer. Item. Left bracket added right bracket comic. Left bracket visit link may the boots serve the key to wheel foot on your adventures. Dash at least 4 they apparently have comic during this final stand. Blank. Don't forget that the boots are. Link transmutable. List of one items. Black small square visit link please continue.
Please continue.
List with one items. 2 frames and 7 colon. Stats button. Stats button to activate the center.
Stats.
Wrapping the top. Dash 30 thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the black small square visit link please continue.
Please continue.
Frame list with one items. 4207. HTTP www. Visit link Nathalos. Not found. You purchased in the Sryth space. Will be presented table blank. Pouch of ancient starlight. List of one black small square visit link claim special package.
Ah, I think this was the other one
List
that
with one items.
affected your rings. Pouch of ancient
2 frames and 38 links.
starlight.
Dash 414. Visit link opt. Dash 4 pouch of ancient black small square visit link please continue.
Please continue.
List with one items. 4304. 2 frames and 38 the seller of the gilded tank. Dash 35 visit link opt. Dash 35,769 dash. The seller of the gilded tank. Tavern in the northern end of Wordsville. The shadow dash Sryth figure leaning against the near wall points to the great clock couch resting atop the table next to a thin flickering candle. Blank. Quote took some link to bring this to you. Quote he says his voice is trained in the stage. Quote the keeper of his den is an old friend and for need. Be grateful for our meeting. There will be known to no one. Don't open it until I leave. Mishaps are all too common with this sort of magic. Quote. You thank the unknown man, but he is quick to dismiss your show of courtesy. Quote you are worthy to have it and that is certainly enough for me. Dash for all of us. I must be on my way. Do not tarry here. Quote. List of one items. Black small square visit link please continue. List with one items.
Don't stick
2
around.
frames and 38 links.
I'm
Colon 18
running
line
away
colon 18.
before you open it.
Wrapping the top. Dash 35,000.
Doesn't sound
You
good.
watch as the man, his face and figure still largely concealed by the gloom of the sailor, mounts the wooden steps and disappears through the dash into the tavern's back room. No, you turn your attention to the pouch out through the seams of which still just the faintest silver glow. As you attempt to pick up the pouch, its mouth suddenly falls open, bathed in a small earthen cylinder, dazzling ball of silver light. List of one items. Black small square visit link please continue. List with one items.
Continue.
2 frames and 36 links. A. Unable to escape the glittering tempest. The silver dash visit link opt. Dash the silver light lightly swirls above the sailor, dazzling your eyes as it twists itself into luminous cyclone that rapidly bears down on you. Unable to escape the glittering tempest, you instinctively throw up your hands, only to gasp in astonishment as they promptly and completely absorb the light. Once more plunging the sailor in the darkness, dash gloom sailed only by the flicker of the lone candle. A strange sensation passes swiftly through you, leaving your thoughts momentarily muddled. As your mind clears, however, you find yourself beset with a powerful desire to leave the sailor in the tavern. Wasting no time, you scramble up the wooden steps and swiftly make your way out of the gilded tank, never to return. List of one items.
Yeah, okay. So we got a silver mist that, turns into a cyclone, absorbs in through our hands, and then makes us want to run away.
Black small square visited. Please continue.
This sounds like a great idea.
List with 1 items. 2 range of 3500. Visit link 17. Left code. Align 18. Wrapping the top. And your relevant video of the astounding power of the ancient star hash exceptionally rare and potent form of magic that you'll never encounter. Blank. You'll now receive a plus 2 bonus to your melee rating for each renewal equipped that provides a melee rating bonus.
Plus 2 to all melee rings.
You'll also receive a plus 3 bonus to your stamina points for each renewal equipped that
Plus
provides a
3
stamina
to
point bonus.
all stamina rings.
Well done. List of 1 items. Black small square visited. Please continue.
Since we can wear 11 rings, that's theoretically plus 22 MR and plus 33 SP.
List with 1 item. Item link.
Times.
2 range of 38 link stable. Visit link PW. Wrapping the top. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of your support is very much. Black small square visited. Please
Thank
continue.
you. Continue.
List with 1 items. Goal 407. 2 range of 1 month limit. Will be present table. Blank. Peppermint oil. List of 1 items. Black small square link limit special package. List with 1 items.
Grab some peppermint oil.
2 range of 38 links. 414. 414. 1342. Black small square visited. Please continue.
Please continue.
List with 1 items. Goal 104. 2 range of 38 links. After long. Red and white firmly peppermint. Astro visit link opt. Astro 5988 dash peppermint oil. Firmly created small spot bottle of peppermint oil. Removes marshmallow stopper and razor resulting in lips. Watch in the stick.
Ooh, marshmallow stopper.
Red and white content swirl slowly about. After a long exhale, you swiftly consume the strange mixture and are almost immediately overwhelmed by its potent flavor and aroma. Within seconds of swallowing half the concoction, a pleasant warmth spreads throughout your body and familiar foaming your fingers and toes tingle. Wildly. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 10.
Melee rating increased by 10.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 15.
Stamina by 15.
Taken great care about the ways to drop. You pour the remainder of the oil onto your weapon, watching with great fascination as it sticks to your slowly. Melts into its surface. The peppermint oil will automatically transfer itself to any weapon you wield, adding a plus 3 boost to any melee rating bonus that weapon provides. And don't be overly concerned about delivering aftertaste. Most experts agree to make it into a few months.
So while you're wielding a weapon, it's a plus 13 to melee rating and plus 15 to stamina. While you're not wielding a weapon, it's a plus 10 to melee rating and plus 15 to stamina. Okay.
List of 1 items. Black small square visited. Please continue. List with 1 items. 2 range of 37 links. Dash 34,785. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the peppermint oil special package. Your support is very much as always. Thank you for best of luck on all your dash list of 1 item. Black small square visited. Please continue.
Yeah, the usual thank you.
List with 1 items. Goal 107. http://www.sryth.com/game/site. You purchased the Sryth. Visit link adventure shop will be presented to your table with blank mist cold palo bread mage. List of 1 black small square visited. Link limit special package.
Palo bread
List with 1
mage
items.
mist.
http://www.sryth.com/game/space. Visit link opt. Dash 4 mist cold palo bread mage. Black small square visited. Link please. List with 1 items. Goal 304. EMS link. 2 range of 40 nibble. Link there it is. Nibble thing without warning. Black small square visited. Please continue.
Please continue.
List with 1 items. 2 range of 70 list. Black small square link. Choose your lower pack. Visit link opt. Dash 4 small call list of black small square link opt for random location.
Random location.
List with 1 items. Goal 108. Mouse visit link. Mouse visit link. 2 range of quote. Visit link Nathalos. Visit link opt. Dash 4 zero quote. List with 1 items. Black small square link opt for random color.
Random color.
List with 1 items. Goal 110. Adventure visit link. Adventure visit link. 2 range of seeing. Try to think of some all right. Choose quote as there is. Quote I say list of the amazing copper outline on your midnight. Good enough. Close your eyes and
copper outline.
try to think of some no reason to spell. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List with 1 items. 2 range of 39 table. Link 2. Wrapping the top. Dash 4 no need to mist cold palo bread mage. Stamina points permanently increased by 2. Never reserve permanently increased by 5.
Stamina by 2. Envy by 5.
Link battle aura. Increase the level of list of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Battle aura.
List with 1 items. Table.
Continue.
2 range of 30 with. Quote many even the most ardent sword with that. Remember safe location. List of 1 black small square visit link. Please
continue.
List with 1 items. 2 range of space. Good. Luck colon. Wrapping the top. Thank you. Thank you for your support is very much. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List with 1 items. Goal 407. http://www.sryth.com. 2 range of 1 claimant. You purchased this will be present table blank. List of 1 items. Mist cold palo bread warrior. List of 1 black small square visit link. Claimant special package.
Palo bread
List with 1 items.
warrior. Mistglyph.
2 range of 38 links. Dash. Visit link opt. Dash 4 mist cold palo bread. Black small square visit link. Please
continue.
List with 1 items. Goal 404. 2 range of 4 nibble. Link there it is. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List with 1 items. 2 range of 70 list. List end. Black small square link. Choose your midnight. Visit link opt. Dash for the small call letters. List of 1 items. List end. Black small square link opt for random location.
Random location.
List with 1 items. Goal 108. Mouse visit link. Mouse visit link. 2 range of quote. Color outline invisible. Something. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link opt for random color.
Random color.
List with 1 items. 30 visit link. 30 visit link. 2 range of seeing. Your eyes and try to think of some. All right. I'll choose. Quote as there is. Quote I say list of the amazing completely invisible on the back of your right hand. Good enough. Close.
Completely invisible in my right hand. Alright.
Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List with 1 items. 2 range of 30 table. Link 2. Wrapping the top. And you look quote no mist melee rating permanently increased by 5.
Melee rating by 5.
Stamina points permanently increased by 2.
Stamina by 2. So between those two, I got 5 NV, 5 MR, and 4 SP.
Link mist battle aura. Increase to level 12.
Level 12
List of 1
battle
items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List with 1 items. Follow link. 2 range of 30. Remember comment. Quote many even the most ardent sword with that. Remember safe location. List of 1 black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please
List with 1 items.
continue.
2 range of 38 link space. Align colon. Wrapping the top. Dash thank you. Thank you for your purchase. Support is there as always. Thank you for best of luck on all your dash list of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List with 1 items. Goal 407. 2 range of 1 claimant. Will be disabled with blank. Mist cold abundant riches. List of 1 black small square visit link. Claim special package.
Claim the abundant riches
List with 1
special
items.
package.
2 range of 38 links. Dash 414.
My apologies.
Visit link opt. Dash 414. Mist cold abundant riches. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List with 1 items. Goal 304. 2 range of 4 nibble. Link there it is. Nibble fingers leave busy pattern in the air without warning. A sparkling zero mist cold shows the abundant riches mist are entirely permanent. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List with 1 items. 2 range of 70. Black small square. List end. Visit link Nathalos. Wrapping the top. Dash for the small zero sparkling is now quote all right. Hold still letter spot. So where is list of 1 items? Black small square visit link opt for random location.
Random location.
List with 1 items. Goal 108. Mouse visit link. Mouse visit link. 2 range of quote. The zero sparkling mist quote new item is also list of 1 items. Black small square link opt for random color.
Random color.
List with 1 items. Goal 110. Adventure visit link. Adventure visit link. http colon slash. Try to think of some quote all right. Other zero sparkling mist seems to momentarily shrink. Quote all right. I'll choose. Quote as there is. Quote I say list of the amazing red outline on the right wrist. Good enough. Close your eyes and The orange quote all right. Choose quote says there. Quote I say the red outline on your right wrist. Good enough. Close your eyes and.
Red outline on your right wrist. Alrighty. All R's. Red right wrist.
Try to think of something else if you would. This may change just a bit. Quote.
Even though wrist is WR.
See no reason to ignore his instructions. Spell. List of one item. Black small square is please.
Continue.
List of one items. Two frames for 200. One blank mark table. 3 columns and 2 rows. Wrapping the top. Add a reflex sharp pain on your right wrist. Half quote no need to worry. It's all done. Quotes missed colon 100. Stamina points permanently increased by 5.
Stamina increased by
Link
5.
battle aura. Increase to level 13.
Miscliff, battle aura to 13.
List of one items. Black small square is please.
Continue.
List of one items. Colon row 10. 2 frames and 30 width. Quote many even the most white dash 35,250 dash. The white dash unit sorcerer thanks you for acquiring the missile and tells you the reaction to the symbols placement is quote many even the most ardent source. Don't react well to the first side of the glyph. Quote he says. Quote your remarkable on that count. Quote. With that you hang to remember who knowledge to safe location. List of one items. Black small square is please.
Continue.
List of one items. 2 frames and 30 colon. Smear colon. Wrapping the top. Dash thank you. Thank you for your support as always. Thank you. Best of luck. Dash list of one items. Black small square is
Continue.
list of one items. Call 407. http://www. 2 frames and 1 claimant. You purchased this will be for disabled 2 blank. Missed pouch and dagger. List of one black small square is claimant.
Pouch and dagger.
List of one items.
Miscliff.
2 frames and first space. Visit link opt. Dash 414. Black small square is please.
Continue.
List of one items. Call 304. 2 frames and 30 space. Black small square is please continue.
Continue.
List of one items. Black small square link choose your lower back dot. Visit link opt. Dash for the small quote other list of one black small square link opt for random location.
Random
List of one items. Colon 108. Mouse link. Mouse visit link. Mouse visit link. 2 frames and quote. The 0 spark dash 35 0 quote invisible list of one items. Black small square visit link opt for random.
Random
List of one items. Game slash visit link. Game slash visit link. Game slash visit link. 2 frames and 30 quote all right. I'll choose quote. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of spell. Team quote all right. I'll choose quote says there. Quote I say the list of the amazing full color on your lower back. Good enough. Close your eyes and.
Full color on my lower back.
Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of one items. 2 frames and 30 table. Link 2. Wrapping the top. Dash quote no need to worry. It's all done. Missed colon function daggers. Melee rating permanently increased by 4.
Melee rating by 4.
Stamina points permanently increased by 2.
Stamina
Link
by
battle aura.
2.
Increase to level 14. List of one items. Black small square visit link.
Battle aura.
List of one items. Table. 2 frames and 37 width. Quote many even the most ardent source. Don't black small square visit link. Please.
Continue.
List of one items. 2 frames and first space. Visit link safe colon. Visit link number 158.
Oh.
Wrapping the top. Dash thank you. Thank you for your black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of one items. Call 407. Safe visit link. 2 frames and 1 claimant. Will you present table blank? You'll type potion pack. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Claim special package dot.
Yuletide
List of one items.
potion pack.
2 frames and 38 links. Dash 400 414. Black small square visit link. Please.
Continue.
List of one items. Call 204. Call 405. 2 frames and 30 until. Agent upgrade dash air link tally with. Dash 36,000 visit link opt. Dash 30 with. Link tallies. Agent upgrade dash air man name film run 2 days ago with Flint and Fog. The forest tavern in the southern sector of Bristol from the received. The warm leather satchel now resting in your feet. Until now something inexplicable has stayed your hand, preventing you from doing anything more than periodically peering into the back of quickly limbs. The 3 bottles of gold dash each vessel containing a potent magical potion. The bottles decorated with ribbons of red, green, silver, and violet rattle and clang against one another with alarming regularity even when the satchel isn't being moved about. Worried about the possible volatile nature of the magical concoctions, you decide that you're now consume each of them. List of one items.
Yes, I'm worried about the volatile nature of these potions, so let's sit down and chug.
Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of one items. 2 frames and 40 links up. List end. Black small square visit link. Print the elixir. Visit link wrapping the top. Dash 32 careful look over the 3 bottles before you attempting to determine which potion you will consume first. The olive berry tonic of red liquid sweet with black swirls of inside the short angular bottle is occupied ever since it was created. Long ago, a tattered yellow label affixed to the bottle lists the potion's ingredients as olive berries, lime, bark, and sour root. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Print the olive berry tonic.
That actually sounds pretty tasty.
List end. The ivy elixir, a dark green liquid that sparkles incessantly, wraps at the sides of the slide. Rounded bottle, a warm scrap of paper affixed to the bottle. List the potion's ingredients as brown ivy, white rose, avon bark, and spider silk.
Yeah, spider silk. That's what I want to drink.
List of one items. Black small square visit link. Print the ivy elixir. List end. The sugar plum potion, a deep violet, eternally churning liquid, sloshes out with a square, thick wall bottle, a small label affixed to the bottle. List the potion's ingredients as melted sugar plums, overripe quinces, yeast, and crimson fungus.
Fungus and yeast.
List of one items. Black small square visit link. Print the sugar plum potion.
Delicious. Let's drink these in reverse order.
List of one items. 2 frames and 38 links. Straight mark. Quit button. Wrapping the top. Dash before removing the vessel's cork stopper. You examine the bottle. Paying close attention to the strange reflections that seem to dance across its square sides. The deep violet liquid inside the bottle turns with increasing rapidity, causing the container to wobble in your hands. After a quick exhale, you bring the bottle to your lips and promptly down the sweet fragrant mixture. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of one items. Colon 11. Dungeon visit link. 2 frames and 30 lore. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 3. Visit link Nathalos. Wrapping the top. As you set down the empty bottle, wishing you had several more potions like this to drink. The sweet, pleasing character of this deep purple mixture is impossible to put into words, even by one who has just consumed it. A gentle warmth radiates outward from your core, and you feel as your senses have all been heightened. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 3.
Melee rating by 3.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 8.
Stamina by 8.
You like that unlocked. This special effect works behind the scenes during combat and provides a chance to automatically follow a successful melee attack against a foe within. Attack of similar success if your enemy is severely wounded. This special effect works behind the scenes during combat and provides a chance to automatically follow a successful melee attack against a foe within. Attack of similar success if your enemy is severely wounded.
Okay, so if me or my enemy are severely wounded and I successfully land a blow, it tries to make sure the next blow is also equally successful. So if I land a 17, it'll try and aim for a 17 next round as well.
List of one items.
And I shrunk an inch.
Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Delightful.
List of one items. 2 frames and 39 links. Table 3 columns. Link 2. Wrapping the top. Dash 36 you study the 2 remaining potions. The olive berry tonic of red liquid. You study the 2 remaining potions. Wondering which you would next consume. The olive berry tonic of red liquid sweet with black swirls of inside the short angular bottle is occupied ever since it was created. Long ago, a tattered yellow label affixed to the bottle lists the potion's ingredients as olive berries, lime, bark, and sour root. List of one items. Black small square list end. The ivy elixir, a dark green liquid that sparkles incessantly, wraps at the sides of the slide. Rounded bottle, a warm scrap of paper affixed to the bottle. List the potion's ingredients as brown ivy, white rose, avon bark, and spider silk. List of one. Black small square visit link. Print the ivy elixir.
Sure.
List of one items. 2 frames and 38 9 colon 0. Wrapping the top. Before removing the bottle's wax stopper, you carefully examine the vessel, noting its somewhat peculiar shape and strange disproportionate weight. The dark green liquid inside the bottle continues to lap against the sides, its movement seemingly unrelated to the position of its container. After sharply exhaling, you draw the bottle to your mouth and quickly down the thick, frigid mixture. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of one items. Table. 2 frames and 38 minutes. Still standing blocked. Your stamina melee rating has been permanent. The next as you dash visit link opt. Dash 36,298 dash as you carefully set down the empty bottle. A flow of energy surges through you, leaving you momentarily breathless. An icy sensation spreads out from your core but slowly fades before reaching your limbs. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 5.
Melee rating by
Your
5.
stamina points have been permanently increased by 6.
Stamina by 6.
Still standing and blocked.
Still standing.
This special effect works behind the scenes during combat and can help you sustain less damage from enemies attacks when you're severely wounded. Unbeknownst to you, you've just run an inch.
So when I'm severely wounded, I'll take less or potentially take less damage from enemy attacks. And I shrunk another inch. So I'm 2 inches short.
List of items. Small square visit link. Please continue.
Delightful.
List of items. 2 frames and 30 table. Table end. Wrapping the top. Extra only one potion of dual type remains, which makes your next decision a simple one. The olive berry tonic, upright redwood street with flags, swirls of inside the short, angular bottle is occupied ever since it was created.
I wonder which one I'll pick this time.
Lombo, a standard yellow label affixed to the bottle lists the potion's ingredients as olive berries, lime, bark, and sour root. List of items. Black small square visit link. Print the olive berry top. List of items. Row 11. 2 frames and 38 links. Table. Link 2. Wrapping the top. Extra 36 before moving its sports stopper. Examine the olive berry tonic bottle, marveling at its craftsmanship. From every angle, the vessel shimmers brilliantly, accenting the bright red news of the magical liquid it contains. After a long exhale, you bring the bottle to your lips and slowly down the bitter mixture. List of items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of items. Row 9. Name/size visit link. Name/size visit link. 2 frames and 38 door. Your melee rating has been permanently increased on the bitter as you asterisk visit link opt. Dash 36,297 dash. As you set down the empty bottle, a strange sensation washes over you. The bitter taste, which was at first revolting, slowly transforms into a sweet aftertaste that lingers on your tongue long after your consumption of the tonic. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 7.
Melee rating by 7.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 4.
Stamina by 4.
First finish unlocked. This special effect works behind the scenes during combat and can help you store extra damage against a severely wounded foe.
When an enemy is severely wounded, I have a chance to increase the damage I deal against them. Cool.
Unbeknownst to you, you've just grown 2 inches.
And I've grown 2 inches. Now I'm back to my usual height. Pretty nice.
List of items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of items. 2 frames and 38 links. More space. 20. Wrapping the top. Dash 30 having fully consumed the 3 potions. You place the empty bottles back into the leather pack and set the bag aside. Apart from the obvious effects produced by the magical mixtures, you can't help but feel that something else has changed. Dash what? Some mysteries you decide are best left alone. List of items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
I'm guessing that's referring to the height that I, quote-unquote, unbeknownst, shrank and grew.
List of items. 409. Residence visit link. 2 frames and 38 links. Visit link. Visit link. ST. Wrapping the top. Thank you for your purchase. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Oh, wait, hold
Visit
on.
wrapping the top. Dash 30. Thank you and Merry Christmas. Thank you for your purchase of the multi-potion pack.
Ah, it was a Christmas one.
Wishing you the doors of a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. Dash love fair master at Sryth.com right there.
Nice, okay.
List of items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of items. 4104. http://www.sryth.com/name/side.psp. Visit link. Claiming the special packages. Claiming. Multi-present table bank. Brimstone Gold Silver Destiny. List of items. Black small square visit link. Claiming the special package.
Ah, another Dreamstone package.
List of items. 2 frames and 38 space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Black small square visit link. Please.
Continue.
List of items. 4304. 2 frames and 30. Inside dilapidated. Dash 30. Visit link opt. Dash 36,247 dash. Inside dilapidated. Shack at the edge of the forest. East of Palace. The young woman, clad in tattered finery, places a flickering lantern on the table and restates her seat opposite you, pushing back her dark tangles. Locks, Candler's size and looks up to meet her gaze. Quote, I can only apologize for my state of this place. Quote, she says in a soft, flaring voice. Quote, it's been a difficult 2 years, so I hope to. Now put most of that behind me. Quote.
Give me just a moment. My apologies. I need a drink. Some blueberry pomegranate water. Alright.
3 days ago, we met Candler's on the streets of Palace where she sat alone with a small group of beggars not far from the gates of the king's citadel. When you placed a pile of coins in her outstretched hand, she rose, took another shot of the others, and asked you to meet her here in this crumbling cottage. But first, you paid little heed to her words, then she mentioned the Dreamstone. List of items.
Bum, bum, bum. The porpentine.
Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please
List of
continue.
items. 2 frames and 36 light gold. 18. Wrapping the top. Dash quote, I know you have visited. Quote, she said, avoiding your inquisitive eyes as she spoke. Quote, don't ask me how I know, because I don't think I can even say, not even. Should I want to, I don't seek it. If that's a word to you, I only wish to help you feel what it's for. Quote. Despite your confusion regarding her intimate knowledge of the Dreamstone, you agreed to meet her in 3 days' time with the forest cottage she described. Blank. The instant the rendezvous was set, she bid you farewell and rejoined the castle separately, separately reloading into their erratic ranks. List of items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of items. 2 frames and 36 table. Wrapping the top. Dash 30 meandering thoughts snap back to the present and you find Candler's eyeing you quizzically from across the table. Quote, this zone is capable of far more than spinning dreams. Quote, she says, ferocious and wavering on nearly every word. Quote, it's a conduit of the source, so I can't fathom how it is I know that. Such things are certainly beyond me, and yet I've seen what lurks at its core, hiding in that space that remains safe. From fighting minds, I'll show you how to see it so that I no longer have to. Quote. List of items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Ah, so she's gonna pass her insanity to us. Cool.
List of items. Items button to activate presenter. 2 frames and 36 in. An elongated silver orb leaves you shaken. Visit wrapping the top. Dash 36 wild silver light flashes and Candler's eyes as the young woman leans across the table, her outstretched arms trembling. In that instant, your eyes close and 1,000 images, vibrant but distorted, tear through your mind, shattering all semblance of coherent thought, leaving you breathless.
Yep. Made us insane.
The last of the visions, the vast battlefield strewn with the carnage of war, surrounding the fire-dashed land of an ancient city above its slopes. An elongated silver orb leaves you shaken. In the unsettling image you see something familiar, though before you can bring to mind its significance, the scene its conjured motion dissolves into a jumble of disconnected thoughts. Brimstone Gold Silver Destiny unlocked. The Silver Destiny enhancement levels of base bonus provided by the dreams crafted by the Dreamstone.
Alright, so if we usually roll a 1 to 10, now we'll roll a 2 to 20. Interesting.
Candler's soft voice stirs you out of your momentary trance and you look up to find her smiling at you. List of items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of items. 2 frames and 38 links. Stable and attributes like previous. Wrapping the top. Dash 36 quote, the Silver Destiny is revealed. Quote, she says, quote, I have done what I know. I must. My burden is gone, and for that I can only thank you. We must carry on them. Here, without the fear of what lies ahead, for that much is known. You have not us. Quote. A sudden and profound look of bewilderment washes over the young woman's face and she quickly rises from the table, her eyes darting wildly out of the dismal confines of the shack. Quote, where am I? Quote, she asks, first only incredulous. Quote, where is this? What am I doing here? I have to go. Quote. Before you can proceed, she bolts past you and dashes out of the dilapidated cottage. You immediately follow after her, only to find that she has seemingly vanished. A quick search of the surrounding area, including several passages long. The edge of the wood yields no sign of the young woman. List of items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
And she's gone.
List of items. 2 frames and 38 links. Visit link 3030. Wrapping the top. Dash still puzzling over the strange encounter with Candler's, the unsettling vision induced by the silver fire in her eyes and her inexplicable disappearance. You slowly make your way back to Nathalos. With each step taken, you feel as if you're moving closer to something you can't quite yet discern. Dash a profound truth hidden in plain sight that will only there to reveal itself within the ethereal bounds of your dreams. List of items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of items. Still visit link. 2 frames and 38 table. A previous. Wrapping the top. Dash 30 thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the Dreamstone Gold Silver Destiny special. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of items. 4407. http://www.sryth.com. 2 frames and 1 claimant. Will be disabled. 2 bank. Missed gold coin. List of 1 black small square visit link claim special package.
Gold coin,
List of 1 items.
Nathalos.
2 frames and 38 space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Black small square visit link please continue.
Usual
List of 1 items.
414
Pull through 4.
page.
2 frames and 40 space. Link awareness. Black small square visit link please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 7 list. Listen. Black small square link choose your midnight dot. List of 1 listen. Black 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 list of 1 items. Listen. Black small square link up for random location dot.
Random
List of 1 items. 408. Mouse link. Mouse visit link. Mouse visit link. 2 frames and 4 color line. List of 1 black small square visit link up for random color.
Random
list of 1 items. 30 visit link. 30 visit link. 2 frames and 13. Close your eyes and try to think of something. Quote all eyes. Choose. Quote says there. Quote I say it with the amazing orange outline on the finger on your right hand. Good enough.
Orange outline on the finger of my right hand. I mean, it's a single coin, so I guess that kind of.
Close your eyes. Spell. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 1 frame of link. Sryth trademark. Quit button. Wrapping the top. Dash you quick. No need to worry. Solve mystical gold coin is in place. Stamina points permanently increased by 3.
Stamina 3.
Link mystical battle aura. Increase to level 15. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of 1 items. 411. Map link. 2 frames and 30 width. The white dash unit sorcerer thanks you for acquiring quote many even the most black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 17. Luck colon. Wrapping the top. Dash thank you. Thank you for your purchase. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Pull 307. Save link. Save visit link. http://www. The building inventor of the will be presented to your table. Bank. Nibble cake left there. There. Right. List of 1 items. Black small square visit listen. Bank. Nibble cake left there. Right there. List of 1 black small square visit link. Claim special package.
The second nibble cake. It's
List of 1 items.
root nibble cake.
2 frames and first space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Thank you. Continue.
List of 1 items. 404. 1 frame and and a baked apple. Link apple. Serve link nibble. The nearly empty main room. Nibble cake left there. Right. Dash 36,322 dash. Nibble cake left there. Right there. The nearly empty main room of Resort Point Tavern. Mirthful. Enjoy large weather root. Link nibble cake. Serve with a warm mug of. Link aloe. And a baked apple. The savory dessert, an extremely dense cake comprised of a sugary blend of various roots and tubers, is nothing less than a confectionery marvel. After only a single nibble of the cake, a warm sensation swiftly spreads throughout your body, leaving you in what can best be described as a state of delirious bliss. Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 5.
Stamina plus 5.
Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 1.
Melee rating plus 1.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by your melee rating has been permanently increased by 1.
Wow, that's weird. Usually melee rating's the first. I don't think Matt wrote this one.
Warning, go unlocked. This special ability works behind the scenes and will attempt to filter injections involving body luck.
Gives increase to anything rolling random body or luck. Interesting.
After consuming every last delicious crumb, you lay down to bed for and gently pat your midsection, completely satisfied. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 38 links. Sryth trademark. Sryth trademark. Wrapping the top. Dash nibble nibble. Don't forget adding all 3 meal time. Link nibble cake. Varieties will provide the following extra bonuses. List of 4 items. Black small square plus 4 melee rating.
Plus 4 melee rating if I eat all 3 nibble cakes.
Black small square plus 6 to stamina points.
Plus 6. There. Plus 6 to stamina.
Black small square plus 2 to never reserve.
Plus 2 to envy.
Black small listen. Black small square lingering smile worthy of the season's fest of joy.
And a lingering smile worth the season's joy.
Listen. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Pull 307. 2 frames and first. Black small list of 1 items. Dash dash left there. Game master. Sryth.com right there. List of 1 black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please
List of 1 items. Pull 307. http://www.sryth.com/. Bank. 2 frames and 1 claimant. The building inventor located in the center of.
You know, I actually think this is literally the only time I have ever seen melee rating listed after stamina points.
Will be presented to your click table. Bank. Nibble cake left there. There. List of 1 items. Black small listen. Bank. Nibble cake left. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Claim special package. List of 1 nibble cake left there. Right there.
Let's eat the nibble cake.
List of 1 black small square visit link. Claim special package. List of 1 items. 2 frames and 37 links. Space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash.
Usual.
Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Pull 104. Pull 403. 2 frames and 30. Link nibble cake. Is a nibble cake left there. Dash visit link opt. Dash 36,322 dash. Nibble cake left there. Right there. Is a crowded front room with a storm path. Port alley. Saber and Terror Frog. Link nibble cake. Served with a frothing tanker of winter ale. The somewhat bitter confection, an incredibly dense cake in which will take an entire flagon of ale is so filling and amazing can't fully describe. Entirely satisfying. After a small nibble of the cake, a warm sensation rapidly spreads throughout your body, leaving you in what can best be described as a state of jovial ecstasy. Your mental reserve has been permanently increased by 5.
Envy by 5.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 1.
Stamina by 1. See, this is weird.
Blissful insight unlocked.
Yeah, again, envy is being put before stamina. These nibble cakes are doing it completely backwards. I don't know if this was intentional or if somebody else wrote these because, as I say, it's always MR, SP, NV, no matter what the values are. And these are not in that order.
Your stamina point blissful insight unlocked. This special ability works behind the scenes and will attempt to filter injection involving aura mind.
This increases checks to aura or mind.
After consuming every list of 1 items. After consuming every bit of delicious cake, you lay down your wooden fork and lean back in your chair, completely satisfied and strangely weary.
Got a
List of 1 black small square visit link. Please continue. List of 1 items.
Used a wooden fork.
2 frames and 37 links. Sryth trademark. Sryth trademark. Quit button. Wrapping the top. Dash nibble nibble.
This is the
black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. Pull 407. 2 frames and 36. Black small square. Listen. Visit link Nathalos. Listen. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of 1 dash left there. Game master. List of 1 black small square.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. Pull 307. http://www. You purchased the Sryth space. Will be disabled. Bank. Nibble cake. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Claim special package.
Last nibble cake.
List of 1 items.
Berry.
2 frames and 30 space. Visit link rep. Visit dash 414 dash. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of 1 items. Pull 304. 2 frames and 30. Link hello. Serve with link nibble cake left there. Dash 36,322 dash. Nibble cake left there. Right there. In the crowded common room with a bucket and barrel in the westmark left there. Northeast side right there. You are taking a wedge of berry. Link nibble cake. Serve with a steaming mug of freshly dashed fruit. Link hello.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but every one of the nibble cakes was eaten in a different tavern.
The glazed confection of a firmly dense cake infused with a jelly made from several different berries is a treat for all your senses. After just a single nibble of the cake, a warm sensation rapidly spreads throughout your entire body, leaving you in what can best be described as a state of delirious glee. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 5.
Melee rating by
Your
5.
stamina points have been permanently increased by 1.
Stamina by 1.
Cheerful metal unlocked.
Cheerful metal.
This special ability works behind the scenes and will attempt to help you during checks involving spirit or might.
Anything involving spirit or might. Cool.
After consuming every last delicious crumb, you lay down what almost passes for a fort and fold your hands over your midsection, completely stacked. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, please
Continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames of 30 space. Visit link rep. Visit dash 36,324 dash. Suddenly.
Suddenly. Dot dot dot.
List of 1 items.
Yeah.
Like small square, visit link, please continue. List of 1 items. Colon row 1. Table. 2 frames of without. Dash visit link rep. Visit link opt. Dash 36,000 without warning. Accuracy washes over you, leaving you lightheaded. Your mind filled with visions of sugar, purple foods, twinkling more tangling. From evergreen boughs and moonlight splashing across snow dash landscapes. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 4.
Melee rating increased by 4.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 6.
Stamina by 6.
Your metal reserve has been permanently increased by 2.
Envy by 2. So you did it in the right order that time.
As your head slowly clears, the distant sound of rain bells reach your ears. Only so quickly fades the metal struggle remains to discern. Blank. When at last the noise disappears completely, you find yourself wishing it would come back. Wondering what, if anything, you might do to bring about its return. List of 1 items. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
So I
List of 1
want my
items.
head to ring.
2 frames of 36 links. Table. Visit link dungeon. Wrapping the top. Dash thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the like small square, visit link, please continue.
Thank you.
List of 1 items. Goal 307. Save link. Save visit link. 2 frames of 100 claiming. Will be for stable blank. Hawk dash mark bundle. List of 1 items. Like small square link claim special package.
Hawk marked bundle.
List of 1 items. 2 frames of 30 dash. Visit link opt. Dash 4 on Hawk dash mark bundle. Like small square, visit link, please continue.
Thank you for 14.
List of 1 items. Goal 104. 2 frames of 47 links. Slowly combat.
And I've been jumped on by a
The
cat.
Hawk dash visit link opt. Dash 35,988 dash. The Hawk dash mark bundle. The Hawk dash mark bundle, a remarkable package filled with treasures almost too numerous to mention, is now yours. Slowly you open the bundle and carefully remove its contents, taking a moment to thoughtfully consider each piece. Item. Left bracket added right bracket Hawk dash mark cures.
Hawk marked Curus added.
Left bracket visit link item. Left bracket added right bracket Hawk dash mark helmet.
Hawk marked helmet added.
Left bracket link item. Left bracket added right bracket Hawk dash mark boots.
Hawk marked boots added.
Left bracket link item. Left bracket added right bracket Hawk's eye ring.
Hawk's eye ring. If I'm not mistaken, that gives a bonus to archery, which is nice for the archery tournament.
Left bracket this item. Left bracket added right bracket Hawk talon amulet.
Hawk talon amulet.
Left bracket this item. Left bracket added right bracket Hawk dash mark token.
Hawk marked token. That, if I remember correctly, gives stats just by sitting in your inventory.
Left bracket link to right bracket item. Left bracket added right bracket Hawk dash mark sword.
Hawk marked sword.
Left bracket link to sizable strong box left fair zone near large enough right fair springs open when you fill with its lid. Revealing a order of gold. Gold. Plus 50,000 you acquire 50,000 gold tokens.
50,000 gold and a typo.
A large black pouch tucked away beneath the strong box, bulging at the seams, is filled with adventurer tokens. Add. Plus 200 you acquire 200 adventurer tokens.
200 adventurer tokens.
As you step back from the remnants of the bundle, vowing to clean up quote later quote, you're suddenly overwhelmed by a powerful sense of purpose that floods. Your mind and bolster your spirit. XP. Plus 25,000 left bracket, plus 25,000 general right bracket.
25,000 general XP.
XP. Plus 2,500 left bracket, plus 2,500 XP to all skills and powers right bracket.
2,500 XP to all skills and powers.
XP. Link sword. For skills slash powers you may items and rewards you claim from the bundle serve you well. Don't forget that several of the items you just obtained left fair cures, boost, helmet, sword, ring, and amulet right fair are. Link transmutable. Also both activate the Hawk dash mark cures, helmet, and boots equipped at the same time will increase the melee rate and stamina point bonus signals. Items provide.
Yep, so there's a synergy between
Also both having the Hawk dash marked cures comma. Helmet comma and
helmet
equip.
and boots.
Items provide. List of 1 items.
If you wear all 3 of them, it increases the stats of the other 2.
Like small square visit link please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames of 38 links. Space. Visit link opt. Dash 34,785. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the Hawk dash. Your support is very much as always. Thank you. Best of luck on dash list of 1 like small square visit link please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. Goal 307.
Your paws hurt. Lay down.
2 frames of 124 links. Visit link claiming the special packages you purchased in the Sryth. Visit link adventure.
Thank you.
Stats button. Stats button to activate. Press enter. Wrapping the top will be presented to you from the table. Blank. Winter song. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link claim the special package.
Ah, winter song. This increases that satchel that we opened at the very
Frame list of 1
beginning.
items. 2 frames of 38 links. Dash. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Winter song.
Usual thank you. Sorry, I have a cat trying to steal my...
Like small square visit link please continue.
Ow.
List of 1 items. Goal 403. 2 frames of 38 links. List of 3 items. Like small square. I'm with snowflake. Like small square. Visit link dash wrapping the top. Dash the satchel of songs has just been enhanced with the power of winter song. Your satchel now contains 3 new songs, each a powerful testament to the grand majesty of winter's untamed spirit.
Got 3 new songs that are winter related.
List of 3 items. Like small square. I'm with snowfolk.
The Rhyme of the Snowfolk.
Like small square. Frost giants lament.
Frost Giants Lament. Or Giants Lament. My apologies for the slur.
Like small square. Candle glow carol.
Candle Glow Carol.
List end. The bonus is provided by each of the 10 original songs contained in the satchel of each been increased by 1 point.
All 10 of the original songs have been increased by 1 point each.
Don't forget to review the satchel of songs in your inventory in any safe location. Try to not let the new songs make you shiver. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link please continue.
Don't let
List of 1 items. Click button to activate. Press enter. Power button to activate. Press enter. 2 frames of 36. 4 colon. 18. Wrapping the top. Dash 30. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the support is very much appreciated. Like small square visit link please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. Colon 07. http://www.sryth.com. 2 frame purchase in the Sryth. Will be present table with blank. Mist cold green potion. List of 1 items. Like small square visit link claim this special package.
Green Potion Mistcliff. That
List of 1
is
items.
one of my absolute favorites.
2 frames of 37 space. Visit link opt. Dash 400 Mist cold. Like small square visit link please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. Goal 304. EMS link. EMS visit link. 2 frames of 40 space. See the small wooden table directly across from your reclusive light there. Like small square visit link please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. http list. Like small square link choose your lower pack. Visit link opt. Dash for the small call letters. List of 1 like small square link opt for a random location.
Random location.
List of 1 items. Goal 108. Mounts visit link. Mounts visit link. Goal 407. Two frames of quote. Invisible sub list of one black small square visited link up for random color dot dot dot.
Random
List with
color.
one items. Colon row 10. Adventure visited link. Adventure visited link. Two frames of 30 spell. Seeing no reason to ignore his instructions. You close your black small square visited link. Please continue dot dot dot.
Oh, whoops.
Visit link Nathalos. Wrapping the top. After the orange. Scroll all right. Choose. Quote says there. Quote I say the with the golden outline on your left eyelid. Good enough. Close your eyes.
Golden outline on my left eyelid. I have a golden outline of a potion on my left eyelid. Why it's called a green potion, I don't understand, especially when it's done in an outline.
And try to think of something. Seeing no reason to spell. List of one item. Black small square visited link. Please continue dot dot dot.
Please continue.
List with one items. Two frames of 37 link. Visit link ST. Visit link SK. Visit link P. Visit link up.
Oop.
Wrapping the top. As you feel quote no need full green potion doesn't place stamina points permanently increased by 5.
Stamina by 5.
Link is aura. Increase to level 16.
Level
List of one items.
16.
Black small square visited link. Please.
Aura.
List with one items. Colon row 10. Two frames of 38 links with. Remember, you can always change the placement of black small square visited link. Please.
Continue.
List with one items. Two frames of 30 colon. Good. Wrapping the top. Thank you. Thank you for your first black small square visited link. Please continue.
Usual. Thank
List
you.
with one items. 4407.
Continue.
Two frames of one claiming. Will be table with blank. DWK treasures number 5. List of one black small square visited link. Claim special package. Dot, dot, dot.
DWK's treasure number
List with one items.
5.
Two frames of 38 link. Dash. Visit link off. Dash for DWK treasures number black small square visited link. Please.
Please continue.
List with one items. Colon row 4. Two frames of you. DWK treasures. You flip over 4 master legendary city and hero adventure. You flip over DWK treasures number 5. You flip over the Olympic siren dash and live the rise immediately fall upon the treasures that contain dash objects rare and mystical from the table. Order master legendary city and hero adventure. Link DWK. Without giving another thought, use data to the chest and retrieve its contents. Slowly and carefully, you remove from the chest 3 ornate stone bottles, each carved to depict the city of. Link card. At the item's grandeur. List of one items. Black small square visited link. Please continue. Dot, dot.
Please
List with one
continue.
items. Two frames of 40 body colon. Link X colon. Wrapping the top. As you study the 3 ornate stone bottles, wondering which of the potions you should drink first. At last, having made up your mind, you reach for dot dot dot. List of one black small square visited link to potion of primal rage. Dot dot dot. List end. List of one black small square visited link to potion of iron skin. Dot dot dot. List end. List of one black small square visited link to potion of overlord. Dot dot dot. List of one list end. Black small square visited link to potion of iron skin. Dot dot dot.
Iron skin.
List with one items. Goal 304. Two frames of 38 links. Okay. Visit wrapping the top. After you deal away with the black coating that covers the bottle, stone plug and gently remove the stopper. A faintly dashed needle rises out of the open vessel. It's clear reassuring to set your mind at ease about consuming the ancient brew. After exhaling sharply, you swiftly down the entire contents of the bottle. List of one items. Black small square visited link. Please continue. Dot dot dot.
Please suck it
List with one
down.
items. Colon row 9. Two frames of 38 in. Your stamina passes through almost at once. Your skin dash visit link opt. Dash 36,408 dash. Almost at once your skin begins to tighten and harden with large patches of it swiftly becoming as hard as iron. As a strange phenomenon spreads all over your body, a delay runs through your bones. Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 12.
Stamina by 12.
Within just a few moments of drinking the potion, the sensation is completely faded and your skin has reverted to its previous delightful state. List of one items. Black small square visited link. Please continue. Dot dot dot.
Not bad.
List with one items. Two frames of 30 space. Link X colon 17. Wrapping the top. As you look over the 2 remaining stone vessels, attempt to decide which of the potions you will consume next. After a few moments, your mind is made up and you reach for dot dot dot. List of one items. Black small square visited link to potion of primal rage. Dot dot dot.
Let's go with primal rage.
List with one items. Colon row 3. Goal 302. Two frames of 30 after. Dash 36. Visit link rep. Visit dash after toiling for several moments to remove the carved bottles. Dash shield stone plug. You allow the elixir to breathe and find yourself almost entranced by its sweet fragrant aroma.
Hey, I'm letting it breathe. Cool.
Then, without further delay, you swiftly consume the elixir, startled to find that the ancient mixture has a strong, bitter flavor. List of one items. Black small square visited link. Please continue. Dot dot dot.
Strong, bitter flavor.
List with one items. Colon row 9. Name slash size visit link. Two frames of 37 list. After nearly your melee, slowly the magical essence contained in the dash 36,407 dash. Slowly the magical essence contained in the potion makes its way to the very core of your being where it settles into eternally smolder until it's prism. Wrath is called forth. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 12.
Melee rating by 12.
After nearly a minute, you feel no different than you did before drinking the magical elixir. List of one items. Black small square visited link. Please continue. Dot dot dot.
Please
List with one items. Colon row 10. Adventure link. Adventure visit link. Visit link. Two frames of 38 link. Colon. Goal colon. Wrapping the top. Dash only a single potion remains. Determined to finish what you started, you reach for dot dot dot. List of one items. Black small square visited link to potion of overlord. Dot dot dot.
The potion of elder. Or elder.
Potion of elder. L-E-E-R-L-O.
Elder lore. My
Oscar.
apologies.
List with one items. Table. Two frames of 30 much. After visit link opt. Dash 36,406 dash. After scraping off the wax covering the bottle stone plug, you carefully remove the sturdy stopper. Much to your surprise, the liquid filling the stone vessel has no detectable odor. With no desire to delay the inevitable, you close your eyes and swiftly consume the ancient potion. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot dot.
Please continue.
List with one items. Colon row 8. Mouse visit link. Two frames of 30 as. Your memory are sudden only seconds after consuming the potion. Dash 36,409 dash. Only seconds after consuming the potion. The dissonant mingling of voices floods your mind with thoughts, ideas, and vague notions you would never dare consider. Are suddenly made plain. Your memory reserve has been permanently increased by 12.
NV by 12.
As the discordant core fades towards the whisper and then to silence, you find yourself still marveling at the newfound arcane knowledge at your disposal. Dash wisdom you might have taken in your lifetime to otherwise achieve. List of one items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot dot. List with one items. Two frames of 30 having. Destiny code you can't with all 3 potions. Dash 36 visit link opt. Dash 36,411 dash. With all 3 potions consumed, you carefully set aside the empty stone bottles and take a few moments to allow any lingering effects to abate. Though you can't quite put your finger on it, you feel somehow different. Though certainly not any at first date. Destiny call unlocked.
Destiny's Call unlocked.
Having consumed all 3 potions, you now unlock Destiny /S call. This special ability works behind the scenes both in and out of combat to attempt to help you succeed during random number selections. Particularly if the number involved includes 7.
So this helps you succeed in random number selections, especially if they include a 7. So 7, 17, 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 87, 97. But then there's that covers a majority of the random number generations. Usually they're 1 to 100. But for such things as archery, which at standard is 1 to 800, but most recently has been changed to, I think it's 1 to 900, but it slowly creeps up, so it can get up to something like 107 to 1008, or no, 1108, something like that. I don't remember exactly. It gets up to some reasonably high numbers. And this would theoretically help aiming for numbers that relate to 7.
List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
Please
List of 1 items.
continue.
2 frames and 37 number. 15. Wrapping the top. Asterisk. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of VW. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Yeah. Thank
List
you.
of 1 items. 407. Save link. Save visit link. HTTP ://ww. Not found. 2 frames and 1 new purchase. Will be present table. Blank. Grind vectors. List of 1 black small square visit link. Claim special package. Dot, dot, dot.
Rhine nectars.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and first space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash.
Usual
Black small square visit link. Please.
links.
List of 1 items. 440. 2 frames and first. This is an easy grind vectors. This is an easy located in the map from whom you receive a rather cryptic message here earlier. The node requested that you travel to Port Valley, but the quick streets and alleys of the bustling seaport prove no simple task to navigate. However, a second message presented to me by a merchant instead directed into a remote code north of the city. There we found branchable blood purchase opposite Pluto located in the narrow occupied by a mysterious white dash near the coast. The old man explained that it was part of the expedition that discovered the grave of the Whisper, told me he had recovered from the ancient. Flotsam chest contained 3 days, grind dash code bottles. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
So some strange old man who supposedly got these bottles from a sunken ship sends you cryptic messages until you find him in a ramshackle cabin on a cliff. This sounds like a good thing.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 SK. Visit link. Wrapping the top. The trio vessels, each a different ship with cars to resemble a serpent, were coded in the prison kingdom of Melting Rhyme. Dash 36,395 dash. The three men whose table acquisition you weren't quite sure to believe told you that the bottles each contained a powerful potion known as the Rhyme Nectar. Blank. Despite your initial misgivings about his claims, a deal struck and the 3 bottles were set upon the wobbly table inside the shack. Apparently eager to be off, the old man wished you well and quickly departed, moving with a familiar gait one who spent the majority of his life aboard ship sailing the ocean.
And now he runs away before you open any of the bottles. Yeah, this is sounding safer and safer.
List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please
continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 carefully. Certain the photo you watched. Dot, 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 north of dash 36,389 dash. Dot, 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 north of Port Valley. Dot, 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 in a small shack on the shore of a desolate cove. Dot, dot, dot. You watched from the doorway of the dilapidated shanty as the old seaman faced a careful path along the rocky track leading down to the sandy landing at. The foot of the cliff. Certain that you're now alone, you are treated to the cramped confines of a reed and turn your attention to the 3 bottles standing on the table. Each of the vessels is carved to resemble a twisting sea serpent and is coated with a layer of sparkling rhyme. Carefully examining the grubby bottles, you wonder how much of a fantastic tale related to my white dash sailor is through dash dash. In fact, theirs. Then you rest as you be found among his somewhat absurd claims. Still, his supposed potions, purportedly salvaged from the wreckage of the Dauntless Whisper, are now yours. Your initial misgivings regarding their detestable state swiftly vanishes to reality and undermine your will, bringing you to the edge of the table upon which rests the trio of bottles now silently calling you. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of 1 items. 2 frames and 40 space. Visit link opt. Dash 36,300. You carefully examine the 3 bottles resting on the table in front of you, wondering which potion you should drink first. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Select the short squat bottle. Dot, dot, dot.
Short squat bottle.
List N. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Select the tall thin bottle. Dot, dot, dot.
Tall thin bottle.
List N. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Select the wide squarish bottle. Dot, dot, dot.
Wide squarish bottle.
List of 1 items. Both row 6.
Square.
2 frames and 30 list. As you remove the vessel table, you pick up dash 36,393 dash. You pick up the wide squarish bottle and examine the serpent carved into the surface, noting that a trio of stars engraved inside the hideous creatures.
So it has 3 stars in its mouth.
As you remove the vessel's back seal, you're greeted by a strange sulfurous aroma.
And it smells like sulfur. This is really not looking good.
List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 406. 2 frames and 30 lore. Only without dash 36,396 dash. Without further delay and with a fair amount of trepidation, you slip down the ancient ocean. Only seconds after consuming the foul dash tasting liquid, a strange sensation washes over you, blurring your vision and leaving your face tingling. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 1.
Melee rating by 1.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 2.
Stamina by 2.
XP. Plus 2,000 left bracket. Plus 2,000 general right bracket.
2,000 XP.
XP. Plus 500 left bracket. Plus 500 XP. All skills and powers right bracket.
500 all skills and
XP.
powers.
Link sword. For skills slash powers in ancient ferocity unlocked. The ancient ferocity special ability works to drive dope at 1 to any natural combat attack roll of 15 or higher.
Ah, ancient ferocity unlocked gives you a potential to add +1 to combat rolls 15 or higher. Again, combat rolls in this game are 1 to 20, so this is theoretically turning a 15 into a 16, 16 into a 17, 17 into an 18, 18 into a 19, 19 into a 20, and I don't think it would modify a 20 since 20 is supposed to be the cap.
As a sensation phase, you set down the empty bottle. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot. List
That
of 1
does
items.
beg the question, what would happen
2
if
frames and 39 links. Visit link. Skill combat. Visit link. Use it. Wrapping the top. As you carefully examine the 3 bottles resting on the table in front of you, wondering which potion you should drink first.
See, I don't like this. This is written poorly. A, there's a typo.
Carefully examine the 3 bottles resting on the table in front you, comma.
In front you, it's supposed to be in front of you, and there's no variable call on how many potions you've already drank.
List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Select the short squat bottle. Dot, dot, dot.
Let's select the short squat bottle.
List of 1 items. Row 1. Table. 2 frames and 36 2. Dash 36 visit link rep. Visit dash 36,391 dash. You pick up the short squat bottle and closely examine the serpent carved into the surface, noting that a single star is engraved inside the hideous creature escaping awe.
Oh, this one has 1 star.
As you remove the vessel's back seal, you're greeted by a pungent sweet aroma. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. 406. 2 frames and 30 lore. Without further dash 36,396 dash. Without further delay and with a fair amount of trepidation, you slip down the ancient ocean. Only seconds after consuming the foul dash tasting liquid, a strange sensation washes over you, blurring your vision and leaving your face tingling. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 2.
Melee rating by 2.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 4.
Stamina by 4.
XP. Plus 4,000 left bracket. Plus 4,000 general right bracket.
4,000 general
XP.
XP.
Plus 1,000 left bracket. Plus 1,000 XP. All skills and powers right bracket.
1,000 all skills and
XP.
powers.
Link sword. For skills slash powers you don't get that. Ancient ferocity enhanced.
Ancient ferocity enhanced.
The ancient ferocity special ability works to drive dope at 1 to any natural combat attack roll of 15 or higher.
Alright, so since this doesn't change any of the numbers, I'm guessing the percent chance for it to work has increased. My guess would be a 5, 10, that sort of percent chance. Especially considering these all seem to... I don't know if this doubled or if it increased in a linear fashion. We won't be able to tell until we get the third potion.
As a sensation phase, you set down the empty bottle. List of items. Black small square visited link. Please continue.
Please
List of items.
continue.
2 frames of 30 steel comma. Link power. Wrapping the top. After you carefully examine the 3 models resting on the table in front of you, wondering which potion you should bring first. List of items. Black small square visited link. Select all. Thin model. Dot.
Yeah, see, this is also saying drink first instead of drink last, and and on the second one it should have said drink next. It just there's no variable call there, and it's bugging
List of items. Colon row 1. 2 frames of 30 links. You. Dash 30 visited link. Dash 36,392 dash. You pick up the tall thin model and examine the serpent carved into the surface, noting the pair of stars engraved inside today's creatures. David Ma.
Okay, so this one has 2 stars in its mouth.
As you remove the vessel's back seal, you're presented by a stale, salty aroma. List of items.
Stale, salty aroma.
Black small square visited link. Please continue.
Yes, because that's what we want
List
to
of items.
drink.
Pull through row 6. 1 frame of lore. Only second without dash 36,000 visited link. Dash without further delay and with a fair amount of trepidation, you swiftly down the ancient potion. Only seconds after consuming the foul hash tasting liquid, a strange sensation washes over you, blurring your vision and leaving your face tingling. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 4.
Melee rating increased by 4, so it does look like it's doubling each time. So this next should be 8.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 8.
Yep, 8.
XP. Plus 8,000 left bracket. Plus 8,000 general right bracket.
8,000 XP.
XP. Plus 2,000 left bracket. Plus 2,000 XP. All skills and powers right bracket.
All skills
XP.
and
Link stored.
powers.
For skills slash powers you don't get ancient ferocity enhanced. The ancient ferocity special ability works to try and build back one to any natural combat attack roll of 15 or higher.
So my guess is this probably did 5% chance, 10% chance, and 20% chance to that special ability.
As a sensation, list of items. Black small square visited link. Please continue.
Please
List of
continue.
items. 2 frames of 30 table. Attributes. Wrapping the top. Dash having consumed all 3 of your eye nectars. You spend the next small while in about to dilapidated shack, making certain you fully recovered from the effects of the potions before setting off for Fort Talik. By the time you reach the seaport, the sky has started and the chill rain has begun to fall. Eager for safety and clement weather and desirous to seek out the potion of another sort, you head to the salted strait, the tavern near the harbor. Taking care to close the door behind you. List of items. Black small square visited link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of items. Items button to activate. Presenter.
Wash down
2 frames of 30 links. Free on my colon.
Salt with,
Wrapping the top. Dash 34,007. Thank you.
That's a great plan.
Thank you for your purchase of our eye nectar special package. Your support is very much appreciated. As always, thank you. List of items. Black small square visited link.
Please continue.
List of items. Colon row 7. 2 frames of 100. Claiming. Will be presented table with blank. Mystical colon gnarled oak. List of items. Black small square visited link. Claim respect.
Gnarled oak
List of items.
glyph.
2 frames of 30 space. Visited link opt. Dash 414 dash. Black small square visited link. Please continue.
Standard 414.
List of items. Colon row 4. Colon row 5. 2 frames of 30 nibble. Black small square visited link. Please continue.
Please
List of items.
continue.
2 frames of 60 list. List end. Black small square link. Choose your midnight dot dot. Visited link opt. Dash for small small other spot. List of items. Black small square link opt for random location dot dot dot.
Random location.
List of items. Colon row 8. Mouse link. Mouse visited link. 2 frames of quote. Outline and list of black small square link opt for random color dot dot.
Random color.
List of items. Colon row 10. Adventure visited link. Adventure visited link. Adventure visited link. 2 frames of 30 scene. Call off the other zero sparkling missing from the call all right. I'll choose. Quote says there. Quote I say it with the amazing white outline on the toe on your right foot. Good enough. Close.
A white outline on the toe of my right foot.
Your eyes have seen no spell. List of items. Black small square visited link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of items. 2 frames of 30 table. Link 2. Wrapping the top. As you feel a brief sharp pain on the toe on your right foot. No need to worry. It's all mystical cold. Melee rating permanently increased by 5.
Melee rating increased by 5.
Stamina points permanently increased by 8.
Stamina by 8.
Link mystical battle aura. Increased to level 17.
Level
List of items. Black small square visited link. Please continue. List of items. Still link. Still visited link. 2 frames of 30 links. Remember comma. Black small square visited link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of items. 2 frames of 30 colon. Good. Wrapping the top. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase. Visit link Nathalos. List end. Black small square link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of items. Toll 307. Safe visit link. Safe visit link. HTTP colon slash double. 2 frames of 1 not claiming. Will be for table with 2 blank. Mystical colon cracked mirror. List of 1 black small square visit link. Claim this special package.
Cracked mirror.
List of items.
Glyph.
2 frames of 30 space. Visit link opt. Dash 404 black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of items. Toll 304. EMS link. EMS visit link. 2 frames of 30 nibble. See the small black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please
List of items.
continue.
2 frames of 6 list. List end. Black small square link. Choose your midnight dot dot dot. Visit link opt. Dash for the small small other spot. List of items. Black small square link opt for random location.
Random location.
List of items. Colon row 8. Mouse visit link. Mouse visit link. 2 frames of quote. The zero sparkling quote. Invisible. List of items. Black small square link opt for random color.
Random color.
List of items. Colon row 10. Adventure visit link. Adventure visit link. Adventure visit link. 2 frames of 13. Call all right. I'll choose. Quote says there. Quote I say it with the amazing of the outline on your right forearm. Good enough. Close your eyes.
Pink outline on my right forearm.
And try seeing no respell. List of black small square visit link.
Continue.
List of items. 2 frames of list. Visit link Nathalos. Wrapping the top. As you feel a brief quote. No need to worry. Mystical melee rating permanently increased by 2.
Melee rating by 2.
Stamina points permanently increased by 1.
Stamina
Metal
by
reserve
1.
permanently increased by 2.
Envy by 2.
Link mystical battle aura increased to level 18. List of items. Black small square visit link. List of items.
Continue.
2 frames of 36. Remember comma. Not found.
Oh.
Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of items. 2 frames of 30 colon. Visit link save colon. Wrapping the top. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of items. Call 407. 2 frames of 1 not new. Will be present table with blank. VWK treasures number 9. List of items. Black small square visit link. Claim this special package. Dot dot dot.
VWK's treasure number 9.
List of items. 2 frames of 30 links. Dash for dash.
The other VWK treasure we opened, I believe it was number 5. That was the 3 potions, the savagery potion, the iron skin potion, etc.
Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. VWK black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot dot dot.
Please
List of items. Colon row 4. 2 frames of 30 new. VWK treasures number 9. You will open the open chest iron dash and live your eyes immediately fall upon the treasures that contain dash objects rare and mystical from the table. Or amassed by the legendary city and hero and adventurer. Link VWK. Without giving another thought, you dig into the chest and retrieve its contents. Slowly and carefully you remove from the chest 3 engraved bone scroll cases. Carvings and encircle each of the cases with a procession of rope figures ascending a winding mountain track. List of mountain items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of mountain items. Power button to activate presenter. 2 frames of 30 links. Black small square. List of mountain items. The ancient leaf. Visit wrapping the top. Dash 36 with a careful twist. You remove wooden end cap in the surface of the scroll cases and extract from the engraved bone tube a pearl piece of thick tattered paper. A first, the shield appears to be entirely blank, but within seconds, a blinding flash of blue light erupts from its skyworn surface, forcing you to avert your eyes. Moments later, the light is faded, and you look back to find the code blue sigil depicted in a triangle inside a circle now forms the center of the ancient leaf.
Triangle inside a circle.
List of 1 items. Black small square visited link touch the code sigil.
Touch the
List of 1
sigil.
items. Chat button to activate press enter. 2 frames and 36 more. Struggling to maintain equilibrium into a pall of yellowish dust. The instant dash 36,450 the instant your extended finger brushes against the code symbol. A dazzling flash of blue light erupts from the sigil and the ancient favor disintegrates into a pall of yellowish dust. With your very next breath, a series of bolts tear through you, the force of which nearly knocks you off your feet. Struggling to maintain your footing, your leap when the jolts abruptly abate, replaced by a strange tingling sensation that fills you with an unbridled sense of exhilaration. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 9.
Melee rating by 9.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 9.
Stamina by 9.
Gradually, your healing fades, so your mind and pulse constantly race for several minutes. The sigil's ancient magic now flows within you. You turn your attention to the second scroll case. List of 1 items. Black small square visited link, please continue. List of 1 items. 2 frames and 37 links. Visit link number. Rank colon. Wrapping the top. Dash turn with a careful twist to remove one end cap into the second of the scroll cases and extract from the engraved bone tube a furled piece of thick tattered paper. As before, a sheet appears to be entirely blank, but within seconds, a blinding flash of blue light erupts from its skyworn surface, forcing you to avert your eyes. Moments later, the light is faded, and you look back to find the code blue sigil depicted in a circle inside a square now forms the center of the ancient leaf.
A circle inside a square now.
List of 1 items. Black small square visited link touch the code sigil ...
Touch the sigil.
List of 1 items. Text button to activate press enter. 2 frames and 37 links. Your melee. Sense of struggle with your hand the instant your extended finger brushes against 36,451 dash. The instant your extended finger brushes against the code symbol. A dazzling flash of blue light erupts from the sigil and the ancient favor disintegrates into a ball of yellowish dust. With your very next breath, a series of bolts tear through you, the force of which nearly knocks you off your feet. Struggling to maintain your footing, your leap when the jolts abruptly abate, replaced by a strange tingling sensation that fills you with an unbridled sense of exhilaration. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 11. Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 11.
Melee rating increased by 11. Stamina increased by 11.
Gradually, your healing fades, so your mind and pulse constantly race for several minutes. The sigil's ancient magic now flows within you. You turn your attention to the third scroll case. List of 1 items. Black small square visited link, please continue. List of 1 items.
Continue.
2 frames and 30. Visit link rank 15. Wrapping the top. Dash with a careful twist to remove one end cap into the last of the scroll cases and extract from the engraved bone tube a furled piece of thick tattered paper. As before, a sheet appears to be entirely blank, but within seconds, a blinding flash of blue light erupts from its skyworn surface, forcing you to avert your eyes. Moments later, the light is faded, and you look back to find the code blue sigil depicted in a square inside a triangle now forms the center of
Square inside a triangle.
the ancient leaf. List of 1 items. Black small square visited link touch the code sigil.
Touch
List
the
of 1 items.
sigil.
Text button to activate press enter. 2 frames and 38 more. Struck with your inventory. The instant your extended finger dash 36,451 dash. The instant your extended finger brushes against the code symbol. A dazzling flash of blue light erupts from the sigil and the ancient favor disintegrates into a ball of yellowish dust. With your very next breath, a series of bolts tear through you, the force of which nearly knocks you off your feet. Struggling to maintain your footing, your leap when the jolts abruptly abate, replaced by a strange tingling sensation that fills you with an unbridled sense of exhilaration. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 13.
Melee rating by 13.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 13.
Stamina by 13.
Forgotten Fury unlocked. This special ability works behind the scenes during combat and will attempt to build your roll over either directly following. Then roll 17 or higher.
So anytime you roll 17 or better, you have a chance to roll 12 or better the next time. Okay, not terrible.
Gradually, your healing fades, so your mind and pulse constantly race for several minutes. The sigil's ancient magic now flows within you. List of 1 items. Black small square visited link, please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 38 links. Dash 36,000 visited link opt. Dash 36 with the scroll cases now empty, and the scroll case contains little more than scattering to find dust. You set down the engraved bone tubes and reflect upon the awesome might of the ancient spell that just bolstered your formidable prowess. List of 1 items. Black small square visited link, please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. Scroll through row 6. 2 frames and 30 list. Best of luck on all your adventures. As always, thank you for playing and thank you. Black small square visited link, please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Scroll through row 7. Save link. Save visit link. http://www. 2 frames and 1 claiming. Will be table with blank. Hearthstone left there and emerald right there. List of 1 items. Black small square visited link, claim this special package.
Ooh, Hearthstone Emerald.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Hearthstone left there and emerald right there.
Oh, this is apparently an older one.
Dash 414 dash.
No. I'm just not paying attention.
Hearthstone left there and emerald right there.
I'm awake, I swear.
Black small square visit link, please continue. List of 1 items. Scroll through row 4. Full row 3. Yes, visit link. Left bracket link, right bracket, left bracket, item. Do now. Heart dash 35,988 dash.
Yeah, okay, there we go. 35,988. Yep, definitely not an old one.
Hearthstone left there and emerald right there. You now possess the emerald hearthstone, one of 3 legendary enchanted gems. Item. Left bracket, right bracket, hearthstone left there and emerald right there. Left bracket link, right bracket. Just carry the hearthstone with you to receive its benefits.
Okay, so it's another item that you just carry in your inventory and you get added bonuses.
If all 3 hearthstones are in your possession left there. Visit link ruby, link sapphire, link emerald right there.
So there's a ruby, sapphire, and emerald heartstone.
The 3 bonuses provided by each of the jewels will each be increased by 1.
And if you carry all 3, then they increase the bonuses on all 3. Cool.
May the emerald hearthstone serve to inspire you. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link, please continue.
May it serve to inspire you.
List of 1 items.
Continue.
2 frames and 2 unencumbered. Stats button. Stats button to activate press enter. Wrapping the top. Dash turning. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the black small square visit link, please continue. Frame list of 1 items. Scroll 307. Save link http://www.sryth. You purchased in the Sryth. You first purchased. Will be presented table with blank. Hearthstone left there, ruby right there. List of 1 black small square link, claim this special package.
Get the ruby heartstone.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 black small square visit link, please
continue.
List of 1 items. Colon row 4. 1 frame and live. Just carry the hearthstone with you to receive left item. You now possess ruby hearthstone, one of 3 legendary items. Left just carry all 3 visit link sapphire emerald right there. 3 bone ruby. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link, please continue.
Continue.
List of 1. Stats button.
Stats.
2 frames and 230 sir. Link encumbered. Weapons. Stats button.
No.
Stats button to activate press enter. Skills, powers, and items you recently used will appear here.
Thank you.
Wrapping the top. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the hearthstone black small square visit link, please continue.
Continue.
Frame list of 1 items. Scroll 307. Save link. Save visit link http://www. Visit link Nathalos. Table with 2 columns. Blank. Rule of does. Blank. Table with 2 columns. Blank. Rule of list of 1 black small end. Blank. Rule of list of 1 black small end. Blank. Rule out list of 1 black small end. Blank. Hearthstone left there. List of 1 black small square visit link, claim this special.
There we go.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 dash. Visit link opt. Dash 4 on hearthstone left there. Sapphire right there. Visit link Nathalos. List end. Black small square link, please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Scroll through row 4. 2 frames and 2 on because. Just carry the heart stone with you to receive its benefits. Because you possess all 3 heart stones, the 3 bonuses provided by each of the tools have been increased by 1.
Because you contain all 3 heart stones, the bonuses have been increased by 1. Woohoo!
Made a sapphire heart list of 1 items. Black small square visit link please continue.
Continue.
List with 1 items. 4407. Drop link graphic. Drop link graphic. 2 frames and 2 SK. Stats button. Stats button to activate presenter. Wrapping the top. Dash 30. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the black small square visit link please continue.
Please continue.
Frame list with 1 items. 4307. Save link. Save visit link. Claiming the special. 2 frames and 100 claiming. Will be for table bank. Brew of doves. List of 1 items.
The brew of doves.
Black small square link claim is special. List with 1 items. 2 frames and 30 dash. Visit link. Dash 414 dash. Black small square visit link please
continue.
List with 1 items. 4104. EMS visit link. 1 frame and 9 before. You remove wax stopper sealing the brew of doves. Dash 36,450 dash. Brew of doves. Remove wax stopper sealing the stone bottle and slowly draw the vessel to your lips. Before the potion sending dash the aroma fully escape from the bottle's mouth. Now the magical mixture in the single fluid potion. Almost at once, a strange but pleasant sensation washes over you.
No, I didn't let this one breathe.
Your melee rating stamina points have been permanently, your melee rating has been permanently increased by 5.
Melee rating by 5.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 5.
Stamina by
Your metal
5.
reserve has been permanently increased by 1.
NV by 1.
Forbearance of the dozen block. You'll now receive behind the scenes any random number selection involving the skill of diplomacy.
Any random number selection using the skill of diplomacy, I get help.
As the feeling fades away, you set down the empty vessel. Bring all 3 visit link brew of doves. Bring all 3 brews left Farron.
All 3 brews.
Visit link brew of doves. Visit link brew of ravens. Visit link brew owls right Farron.
Owls.
To receive extra bonus of plus 3 MR, plus 3 SP, and plus 1 NV.
Plus 3 SP, plus 3 MR, and plus 1 NV. Not bad.
List of 1 items. Black small square visit link please
continue.
List with 1 items. 2 frames and 37 links. Skills combat. Wrapping the top. Thank you. Thank you for your work. Black small square visit link please continue.
Usual thank you.
List with 1 items. 4207. 2 frames and 1 claiming. Will be for table bank. Brew of ravens. List of 1 black small square visit link claim is special.
A brew of ravens.
List with 1 items. 2 frames and first space. Visit link op. Dash 414. Black small square visit end. Black small square visit link please
continue.
List with 1 items. 4403. 1 frame and 9 links. Search. Before the potion remove brew of ravens. Dash 36,450 dash. Brew of ravens. You remove the cork stopper sealing the valve and slowly draw the vessel to your lips. Before the potion is over, you dash the aroma reach your nose. You swiftly quaff the magical mixture. A surge of adrenaline rushes through you.
Yeah, we didn't let that one breathe either.
Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 5.
Melee rating by
Your stamina points have been
5.
permanently increased by 5.
Stamina by
Your metal
5.
reserve has been permanently increased by 1.
NV by 1.
Out of raven unlocked. You'll now receive behind the scenes on any random number selection involving aura.
Any random number selection regarding aura.
As the feeling fades away, you set down the empty vessel. Bring all 3 brews left Farron. Visit link brew of visit link to receive a list of 1 items. Black small square visit link please continue.
Yeah, continue.
List with 1 items. 2 frames and 37 links. Stay table. Visit link dungeon. Wrapping the top. Dash thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the brew not found.
Yep.
Black small square visit link please continue.
Continue.
List with 1 items. 4207. 2 frames and 110 claiming. Will be present table bank. Brew owls. List of 1 items. Black small square link claim is special package.
Claim the special package. Brew
List with 1 items.
owls.
2 frames and 37 dash. Brew owls. Black small square visit link please continue.
Please continue.
List with 1 items. 4403. 2 frames and 38. You remove the wooden stoppers. Brew dash 36,450 dash. Brew owls. You remove the wooden stopper sealing the clear bottle and slowly draw the vessel to your lips. Remove the wooden stopper sealing the clear bottle. And slowly. Before the potion somewhat acrid smell releases, you quickly consume the magical mixture.
It's acrid, and I swallowed it down without letting it breathe or anything. Yeah.
A brief burning sensation swiftly gives way to an overwhelming sense of combat. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 5.
Melee rating by 5.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 5.
Stamina by
Your metal reserve has been
5.
permanently increased by 1.
NV by 1.
Talons of the unlocked. You'll now receive behind the scenes on any random number selection involving agility.
Any random number selection regarding agility, so that would help during, like, archer
As the
tournaments.
feeling fades away, you set down the empty vessel. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link please continue.
Continue.
List with 1 items. 2 frames and 30 trademark. Quit button. Wrapping the top. Dash suddenly. List of 1 items.
Suddenly!
Black small square visit link please continue.
I hate those pages so much.
List with 1 items. 4101. Table. 1 frame and 64. Dash visit link news. Visit dash 36,416 dash. For a fleeting instant, the ghostly forms of an owl, raven, and a dove appear before your thoughts. There are unlimited days closing on you. 1 by 1, the ghostly birds slowly fade from you. Each sound is familiar till you call before completely vanishing. The cries linger in your mind as you repeat echoes for quite some time. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 3.
Melee rating
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 3.
Stamina by
Your metal reserve has been permanently increased by 1.
NV by
The extra
1.
bonuses you just received were for consuming all 3 brews left Farron, dove, raven, and owl right Farron. Well done. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link please.
Continue.
List with 1 items. 2 frames and 30 aim. Visit link residence colon. Wrapping the top. Dash thank you. Thank you for your work. Black small square visit link please continue.
Continue.
List with 1 items. 4107. http://www. 2 frames and 100 claiming. You purchased will be present table with bank. Totem of doom. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link claim is special package.
Claim the totem of
List with 1 items.
doom.
2 frames and 38 with dash. Visit link opt. Dash 4 totem of doom. Thank you for acquiring this special package. Black small square visit link please.
Please continue.
List with 1 items. 4104. 1 frame and 8 left ragged item. Elite warriors. Wrapping the top. Dash 35 totem of doom. The crude wood effigy you hold in your hand depicted in the endless state is an ancient Alvar artifact of great power once carried into battle by elite warriors. Item. Left ragged right ragged totem of doom. Bank. Item. Left ragged link right ragged. Simply carry the totem of doom to gain its magnificent benefits, including the hand of doom, which works behind the scenes during combat, attempting to improve your attack rolls for the first 3 rounds of battle.
So during the first 3 rounds of battle, the Hand of Doom benefit will increase my chance to roll high numbers.
May the totem of the dark magic that powers it serve you well. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link please continue.
And that happens as long as I'm holding it in my inventory.
List with 1 items. Drop link graphic.
Continue.
2 frames and 2 tapper. Stats button. Stats button to activate presenter. Wrapping the top. Dash 30 thank you. Thank you for your purchase of black small square visit link please.
Continue.
Frame list with 1 items. 4207. 2 frames and 1 claiming. Will be for table with bank. Winter wolf coin. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link claim is special package.
The Winter Wolf coin.
List with 1 items.
This one doesn't really give you
2 frames
much
and 38 links. Dash.
details.
Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash.
It's really
Visit link
just special
Listen, black small square link, please continue,
because it gives you stats by being in your
list of items, 4
inventory.
104.
All of
One frame
those.
link, link, 2. Left bracket, link, to right bracket. To receive a bonus provided by the enchantment coin, you simply need to carry the 2. List of items, black small square visit link, please continue,
Boop. Done.
List of items, 4407, 4108, mouse visit link. 2 frames of 30 list. Stats button. Stats button to activate presenter. Wrapping the top. Thank you. Thank you for your support. There, black small square visit link, please continue.
Continue.
Frame list of items, 4207, http://w. 2 frames and 1 limit. Will be presented table with 2 blank. Mystical folder fox. List of 1 black small square visit link, claim special package,
The Fox
List of items.
Mistglyph.
2 frames and 30 stash. Visit link opt. Black small square visit link, please continue.
Continue.
List of items, 4104. 2 frames and 30 space. Link awareness. Visit link Nathalos. List end. Black small square link, please continue.
Continue.
List of items. 2 frames and 6 list. Black small square link, choose your lower back. Black small square visit link opt for random location.
Random
List
location.
of items, 4108. Mouse link, mouse visit link. 2 frames and 6 quote. Invisible sub list of black small square link opt for random color.
Random color.
List of items, 4110. Adventure visit link, adventure visit link. 2 frames and 13. And try to think of something else. If you want all right, choose. Quote says there is. Quote I say the glyphs of your wizard and orange outline on your left wrist. Good enough. Close your eyes.
Orange outline on my left wrist. I have an orange fox on my wrist. Cool.
And try seeing no spell. List of black small square visit link, please.
Continue.
List of items. 2 frames and 3 mark table 3 columns and 2 rows. Wrapping the top. Dash UV sharp paint quote. No need to worry. It's all mystical folder fox is in place. Has orange outline on your left wrist. Melee rating permanently increased by 1.
Melee rating by 1.
Stamina points permanently increased by 2.
Stamina by 2.
Link mystical fat aura. Increased to level 19.
Level 19.
List of black small square visit link, please continue. List of items, 4111. Dungeon visit link. 2 frames and 36 links with that. You hand there is an and. Remember to save list of items. Black small square visit link, please.
Continue.
List of items. 2 frames and first space. Left colon. Wrapping the top. Back thank you. Visit link, link 2. Visit list end. Black small square link, please continue.
Continue.
List of items, 4207. 2 frames and 1 limit. Earth figure pulling away line to clutter. Will be presented table blank. Mystical folder sign. List of items. Black small square visit link, claim special package.
Fire sign.
List of items. 2 frames and 30 space. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Black small square visit link, please continue.
Continue.
List of items, 4204. 2 frames and 30 space. Link awareness. Black small square visit link, please continue.
Continue.
List of items. 2 frames and 6 list. List end. Visit link opt. Dash 35 small small letters. List of items. Black small square link opt for random location.
Random location.
List of items, 4108. Mouse visit link, mouse visit link. 2 frames and quote. The zero sparkling quote. Color outline. List of items. Black small square link opt for random color.
Random color.
List of items, 4110. 2 frames and 13. Your eyes and 5 quote all light. Choose the other zero sparkling. This quote all light. Choose. Quote says there is. Quote I say the glyphs of your wizard. The seal outline on the left side of your neck. Good enough. Close.
Teal outline on the left side of my neck. Okay.
Visit link Nathalos. List end. Black small square link, please continue.
Continue.
List of items. 2 frames and 30 link. Wrapping the top. UV quote. No mystical folder. Melee rating permanently increased by 4.
Melee rating by 4.
Link mystical fat aura. Increase to level 20.
Level
List of
20.
items. Black small square visit link, please. List of items, 4110. 2 frames and 30 width. Quote many even the most ardent black small square visit link, please.
Continue.
List of items. 2 frames and 30 left colon. Align colon. Wrapping the top. Thank you. Thank you for your first black small square visit link, please continue.
Continue again.
List of items, 4307. Save link. Save visit link. 2 frames and 1 limit. Will be table with blank. See out of sorcery. List of items. Black small square visit link. Claim special package.
The Steel Hat of
List of items.
Sorcery.
2 frames and 38 links. Dash dash. See out of sorcery. Thank you for acquiring this special package. And as always, thank you for playing and supporting Sryth. Black small square visit link, please.
Continue.
List of items, 4204. 1 frame and 9 new. Left bracket link. Left bracket item. You remove see out of dash 35988 dash. Visit link opt. Dash 35988 dash. See out of sorcery. You remove that gold tax delivery on wooden box and remove from the container most extraordinary dash. Blank. Item. You remove that gold tax item. Left bracket add right bracket see out of sorcery. Left bracket visit link to right bracket. You are now the proud possessor of the see out of sorcery. This ad as you undoubtedly know it is. Link transmutable. May the ad serve you well and lend you an unmistakable air of self or distinction. List of items. Black small square visit link, please continue.
Please continue.
List of items. 2 frames and 2. Stats button. Stats button to activate presenter. Wrapping the top. Dash thank you.
Press M for frame to go back to the top.
Thank you for your purchase of the see out of sorcery special package. Black small square visit link, please continue.
B for visited link to get to continue.
Frame list of items 4307. Save link. Save visit link. http://double. Visit link Nathalos. The building you entered located will be presented to your table with 2 columns blank. Mystical Skull King. List of items. Black small square visit link. Claim this special package.
The Skull King Mistglyph.
List of items.
I like this
2
one.
frames and 38 links. Dash 414.
Damage against undead.
Black small square visit link, please continue.
Continue.
List of items 4204. 2 frames and 40 nimble. Link awareness. Black small square visit link, please continue.
Continue.
List of items. 2 frames and 7 list. List end. Black small square link. Choose your mid-back. Black small square visit link up for random location.
Random
List
location.
of items 4108. Mouse link. Mouse visit link. 2 frames and 5 quote. The zero sparkling list quiver visit link Nathalos. Visit link opt. Dash for the zero quote outline. List of 1 black small square link up for random color.
Random color.
List of items 4110. 2 frames and 13. Quote all light. The orange zeros. Quote all light. Choose. Quote says there is. Quote I say the glyphs of your wizard. The golden outline on the toe on your left foot. Good enough. Close.
Golden outline on the toe of my left foot.
Your eyes have seen no reason to ignore spell. List of 1 black small square visit link, please. List of items.
Continue.
Stats button to activate presenter. 2 frames and 30. 306 visit link and colon. Wrapping the top. You'll refresh. Quote no need to worry. It's all done. Mystical Folds health melee rating permanently increased by 8.
Melee rating increased by 8.
Stamina points permanently increased by 1.
Stamina by
Link
1.
mystical fat aura. Increased to level 21.
Level
List of items.
21.
Black small square visit link, please continue. List of items. Site visit link. 2 frames and 38 links. Remember comma. Save location. Black small square visit link, please continue.
Please continue.
List of items. 2 frames and 38 links. Align colon. Sierra colon. Wrapping the top. Dash 34,000. Thank you. Thank you for your first black small square visit link, please continue.
Please continue.
List of items. 4307. Save link. Save visit link. Save visit link. 2 frames and 100 claiming. Will be presented to you for the claim. Jade Clover, list of 1 item. Black small square link claim is special package. Dot, dot, dot.
Name the special package.
List of 1 items.
Jade Clover.
2 frames and 38 links. Space. Visit link opt.
This is another simple one. It's just an item that goes into your inventory.
Dash 414 dash. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
Yeah.
List of 1 items. 44
based on it being there.
1 frame daily new. Left bracket link to right bracket. Left bracket add right bracket item. You now possess Jade Clover. Dash 35,988 dash. Jade Clover. You now possess a Jade Clover magical solid jade printed card with the shape of 7 dash leaf clover. Item. Left bracket add right bracket. Left bracket link to right bracket.
There's a St. Patrick's Day item.
Blank. You need only carry the Jade Clover to benefit from its remarkable properties. May the Clover serve you well and bring you untold luck on your adventures. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of 1 items. 4305. Hot dash mark sword left fair MG right fair link. Hot dash mark sword left fair MG right fair link. 2 frames and 2 table. Stats button. Stats button to activate presenter.
Click on stats.
Rapid top. Dash 34,000.
For frame.
Thank you. Thank you for your purchase of the Jade Clover special packet. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
D for continue.
Frame list of 1 items. 4107. 2 frames and 1 done claiming. Will be presented to you for the claim. Mossy mirror bundle. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Claim this special package. Dot, dot, dot.
Mossy mirror bundle.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 space. Visit link opt. Dash 227 dash.
Ah! Now this is an older one apparently.
Visit link dash 227 dash.
Yeah, page 227. So
The Mossy mirror bundle. Dot, dot, dot.
this apparently came about. Ow! As I hit my microphone. This apparently came about before Togrok's curse, because that was like 383, I think.
Congratulations on your acquisition of the Mossy mirror bundle, and as always, thank you for playing and supporting Sryth. The small wooden box you hold in your hands appears upon first glance to be remarkable. Free and remarkable. Free and loose lid. The small wooden box you hold in your hands appears upon first glance to be remarkable. Free and lines are scorched onto the plane. Container loose lid. You recognize the lines to be well donations. Legal authority. Symbol representing the forces of nature. Slightly disappointed by the appearance of the box, but even the discover what it contains. You carefully remove the lid and peer inside. Dot, dot, dot. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
Alright, continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 37 links. Skills. Powers. And items you recently used will appear here. Stats button. Stats.
Hopefully that's a little better.
Rapid top. Dash 2 much favorite space. Box is empty. List of 1 items.
I really do hate these 1-2 line pages.
Black small square visit
Where
link.
you
Please continue.
can
Dot, dot,
read
dot.
the 1 or 2 lines and click continue.
List of 1 items. 4301. Envy visit link. Envy visit link. 2 frames and 38. What's this? Dash 200 visit link opt. Dash 229 dash. What's this? A second glance reveals that the box isn't quite so empty after all. Dot, dot, dot. List of 1 items.
See, we got a 1 line, click continue. Got a 2 line, click continue.
Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot. List of 1 items. 2 frames and 37. You spot a small dash 230 dash. You spot a small green glimmering speck of appears to be just in the corner of the box. You reach in an attempt to pick up the green speck with the tip of your forefinger, but the shimmering dot suddenly flies out of the box and hovers before your eyes. The floating speck begins to emit a dazzling green glow. Quote, listen to me. Dot, 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 quote. A soft feminine voice echoes through your thoughts. The hovering speck momentarily flares brightly and whispers syllable. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 2 bright green vapors of vital. The sudden whispers link arbor quote. Quote, take the dash 2 visit link rep. Visit link opt. Dash 231 dash. Quote, take the essence of my father. Link arbor quote. Whispers the voice. Quote, though the pendulum wouldn't seek out the mossy mirror. You will know where to find it. You must do this. You must tilt the grant my father. The sleep that passed for so long. Who is dot, dot, quote. It suddenly feels as if something has landed in your hands. You glance down at the open box and are startled to find that it now contains a small stopper. Vital. Bright green vapors swirl up inside the fragile vessel. When you turn back toward the floating speck, you discover that it's no longer there. You take possession of the vital and discard the empty box. Item. Left bracket add right bracket essence of arbor. Left bracket link to right bracket. The mere mention of the name. Link arbor. Sense your pulse racing. The legendary mage whose deeds are remembered in countless tales disappeared nearly 5 centuries ago. It is believed by many arbor embarked on the journey to a secret destination dash in which he plans to die. Arbor final resting place has never been found. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot. List of 1 items. 4403. Drop link graphic.
Continue.
2 frames and 2 left space. Stats button.
And hit B for buttons, space
Stats button to
on
activate presenter.
stats, M
Rapid top. Dash 230. As you study the vital, you recall what was whispered in the mysterious voice. Dot, dot, dot. Dash 232 dash. As you study the vital, you recall what was whispered in the mysterious voice. Dot, dot, dot. Block quote. Quote, though the pendulum wouldn't seek out the mossy mirror. You will know where to find it. You must do this. You must tilt the grant my father is asleep to pass. For so long, elusive. Dot, 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 quote. Block quote. N. Uncertain what is meant by the mossy mirror. You decide to set out at once to discover the meaning for yourself. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
Please continue.
Frame list of 1 items. 2 frames and 38 links. During the journey, your journey comma. Tangled through your trek. Dash 233 dash. Your trek to pendulum wood takes you into the dark hills of southwest Tysa through the village of Augur and last to the very threshold of the great tangled forest. During the journey, your mind is played with uncertainty dash particularly with regard to the mossy mirror that was mentioned in my whispering voice with no way to know where in all the vastness of the forest. To begin your search, you begin to think that you perhaps embarked upon the fool's errand. As you draw near to the edge of the woods, however, you inexplicably find yourself in possession of a clear and vivid recollection of the precise location of a mustache blanketed glade near the heart of the woodlands eastern region. 3 hours after stepping beneath the trees, having been guided by the strange memory of a place you've never visited, you circle around. But then stated ramble and stumble into a large clearing. There, laid out before you, is dark water shimmering brilliantly in the glow of the afternoon sun. Is a large pond, a thick carpet of green moss covers. Nearly every inch of the pond steep, boulder patch strewn banks, its steep emerald hue reflected on the pond's placid mirror-like surface. You suddenly realize that you're staring out across the mossy mirror. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 37 SK. Visit naked. Wrapping the top. Dash 200 as you step toward the edge of the pond. Your feet sink into the soft blanket of moss. The shimmering speck that previously emerged from the wood. Box suddenly floats down and hovers in front of your eyes. As before, the speck begins to emit a dazzling green glow. A soft feminine voice echoes in your head. Quote, you approach my father's tomb. Quote, whispers the voice. Quote, none save you. Know that it is hidden here. And when you leave, you too will forever forget this place. Quote. The glowing speck floats away from you and hovers over the pond. Slowly, a shining spot descends until it nearly touches the water. Its emerald aura reflecting on the dark, still surface. You watch in amazement as the glowing green, translucent image of a cloaked woman swiftly takes form over the speck. The apparition is face shrouded. Beneath the overhang of a bulky hood hovers less than an inch above the water. Quote, my father will not find sleep until his essence is returned. Quote, whispers the voice in your head. Quote, his attached only a living may hope to accomplish return. His essence to the cruelty. Dot, 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 may last no peace. Quote. Without a second thought, you draw out the stopper title. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. Dot, dot, dot.
Please continue
List of 1
again.
items. 2 frames and 37 links. Stable with. Wrapping the top. Dash 2 on the instant, you unstopper the vital. The swirling green vapor slither out of the small vessel and turn through the air in the direction of the water. Blank. As whirling cloud descends beneath the mirror-like surface of the pond, it begins to rapidly dissipate, becoming little more than a thin veil of green. Mist hangs just above the shimmering pool. Item. You're no longer carrying cold essence of arbor.
Oh, we lost the essence of Arbonite.
Your keen eyes are quick to spot several wisps of the green vapor twisted around your right forearm. The vapor stands swiftly dissolved, leaving you with a strange, unsettled feeling. Your aura score has been permanently raised by 2.
Ooh, our aura score has been permanently increased by 2. That's pretty good, because if I'm not mistaken, it was 18. So aura should now be capped.
The hovering image of the cloaked woman turns and raises her arms. Quote, you have my gratitude. Quote, whispers the voice in your head. Quote, my father's spirit will now be able to erase the slumber as long as please come. Forward the gaze into the mossy mirror. It reveals as much as I... Quote. Feeling almost compelled to eat your requisition by the soft, enticing voice, you step up to the edge of the content, peer down to the start. Reflect surface... List of 1 items. Black small square visited link. Please continue...
Continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 36 links. Still, comma. Wrapping the top. As you look down into the water, your gaze becomes momentarily frozen on your own reflection. After studying the vivid image for just a few moments, you take notice of the letter satchel depicted in the reflection. The satchel is resting against your leg. A quick glance at your feet reveals that the very same bag is leaned up against your right leg. Much to your surprise, the satchel contains a large quantity of adventurer tokens. At plus 200, you acquire 200 adventurer tokens.
200 adventurer tokens, not bad.
You take possession of the valuable currency and immediately look back towards the pond. List of 1 items. Black small square visited link. Please continue...
Continue.
List of 1 items. 1 frame of 7 links. You. Not to look. Look at dash to your odds perhaps, but quote is dash 2 visit link rep. Visit link opt. Dash 237 dash. Quote is not by chance that the mirror is framed in moss. Quote whispers the voice in your head. Quote must have water rat the art of most everything my father. Held to your odds perhaps, but he discovered the secrets of such things. You know that there are great secrets locked away in languages all around us. Blank. Blank. Dash the common and held to... Quote is not by chance that the mirror is framed in moss. Quote whispers the voice in your head. Held to your odds perhaps, but he discovered the secrets of such things. You know that there are great secrets locked away in languages all around us. Dash the common and common that overlook in the overlook. Please don't often find them not because they aren't there only because we choose. Not to look. Look into the water and quote. You peer down into the dark water and once again find yourself staring at your own reflection. This time your shimmering light is glad red moss. Cape and cap. Suddenly realizing that you are now also wearing the strange attire. You step back from the edge of the pond and carefully remove them. Item. Left bracket added right bracket red moss cape.
Hey, red moss cape obtained.
Left bracket link to right bracket. Item. Left bracket added right bracket red moss cap.
Red moss cap obtained.
Left bracket link to right bracket for placing the 2 mossy articles in amongst your other belongings. You look back at the pond. Once more, your eyes are drawn to the glowing apparition. Floating just above the surface of the water. The red moss cape and cap can be sold at the left there in the city of Thatcher and these ties right there for 25 adventurer tokens each.
Oh, can get 50 adventure tokens for those.
List of 1 items. Black small square visited link. Please continue...
Please continue.
List of 1 items. Full 302. Letter boost left there TM right there link. Letter boost left there TM right there link. 2 frames and 34. Stats button. Stats button. Activate. Press enter. Wrapping the top. Dash 2 quotes the book rises. Quote whispers the soft. Soothing voice and echo through your thoughts. Quote look into the water and behold that which contained what was most precious to my father. At first look into the bold vision from religious through his ruin, and yet it remains a work far beyond the comprehension of even the most sagacious. It will forever return to the depths which have kept these last centuries. Not until some of its less dangerous secrets will long lasting offenses to someone. Quote. A gentle splash draws your gaze to the look of the apparition. There, hovering above an expanding series of Latin rings in a large moss-thatched covered book. The weighty volume slowly floats toward you, halting when it draws to within arm's reach.
Hey, we got a book.
The book opens with a soft, crinkling sound. Its thick, time-lapse ravaged pages, each covered with complex arrangements of arcane symbols, begin to turn. Blank. Suddenly, the pages stop turning. You watch as the symbols on the page facing you begin to emit a bright green glow. Radiant, emerald, blue, identical. The shadow of the moss covers the tome. For a fleeting moment, you feel capable of understanding not only the cryptic content of the pages before you, but the entirety of everything you've ever experienced. XP. Plus 15,000 left bracket, plus 15,000 general right bracket.
15,000 general XP.
XP. Plus 3,000 left bracket, plus 3,000 XP, all skills and powers right bracket.
3,000 all skills and powers.
XP. Link sword. For skills /powers you don't get that. With a slight muzzle, which pages again start to turn ... List of 1 items. Black small square visited link. Please continue ...
Please continue.
Frame list of 1 items. Skills button. Items button. Stats button. Stats button to activate. Press enter.
Come on.
Wrapping the top. Dash 2 suddenly the pages stop turning. Once more, you watch as the symbols on the page facing you emit a bright green glow. A flood of rapidly changing images, most of them little more than a blur of color, towards your mind, momentarily pushing aside all other thoughts. When the intrusive episode abruptly abates, you're left with an indescribable sense of well-being. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 2.
Melee rating by 2.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 3.
Stamina by 3.
Your mental reserve has been permanently increased by 2.
NV by 2.
With a crinkling sound, the book's remaining pages begin to turn. When the last of its pages has been folded over, the tome promptly closes with a sharp, echoing clap. The book then floats out over the pond and hover for a moment before plunging back into the dark depths of the shimmering pool. Within seconds, the surface of the pond is once again still.
Oh, bye-bye book.
List of 1 items. Black small square visited link. Please
Continue.
continue. Frame list of 1 items. 2 frames and 38 links. Suddenly, then, in the fleeting instant before, within moments, however, and the mossy boulder in the wake of the book's dash 240 dash. In the wake of the book's sudden disappearance, you step back to the edge of the pond and peer down into the dark water. At first, you see only yourself, and the mossy boulder dash strewn bank reflected on the pond's mirror-like surface. Within moments, however, you become aware of 2 other figures reflected directly on your own written image. The figures at first faint, though growing gradually more distinct, are as a tall man and a younger. For nearly a minute, your gaze remains locked onto the frozen images beneath the water. Then, in the fleeting instant before they unexpectedly dissolve back into the gloom whence they sprung, both the man and the girl with a side smile. Suddenly, and inexplicably distraught, you stagger back from the pond's edge and struggle to take command of your emotions. The next instant finds you dazed and disoriented, stumbling away from the water as your thoughts spill into what swiftly becomes a terrifying and incoherent jumble. List of 1 items. Black small square visited link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 38 links. Link 2. Visit link Nathalos. Wrapping the top. Dash 2 for what seems like hours. You wander through the forest, uncertain of where you are, what you're doing here. The jumble of thoughts turning in your head makes it impossible for you to recall anything that even the slightest semblance of clarity. Slowly, however, as the afternoon wanes and tints of such start to creep beneath the trees, your mind begins to clear. Suddenly aware of your present location, dash with no memory of the mossy mirror, arbor knock, the glowing speck, or the image of a young woman, dash you. Hurriedly embark on the course that will take you to the edge of the woods before nightfall. Hours from now, far from the tangled forest and woods, you'll suddenly wonder how you came to possess a cap and cape of red moss. Thank you for your purchase of the mossy mirror bundle. We hope that you enjoy all the rewards the bundle contains. Thanks again, and may all your adventures left there, near, beyond, right there, and then drive. List of 1 items.
Now remember, people, we don't remember anything about that.
Black small square visited link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 103 tallies. Your 2021 Christmas stocking will be presented to your friends of claim. Iron skin elixir. List of 1 items. Iron skin elixir I. List of 1 black small square visited link. Claim this special package.
Iron skin elixir 1.
List of 1 items.
Roman numeral 1.
2 frames and 38 links. Dash 414. Iron skin elixir I. Black small square visited link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 4104. 1 frame and 7 almost. You remove the blue wax seal covering the mouth of iron skin elixir I. Dash 35,988 dash. Iron skin, you remove the blue wax seal covering the mouth of the thin bottle and without a second thought, swiftly quaff the first iron skin elixir. Almost immediately, a painful jolt surges through your body, illuminating an breathless devotion's powerful magic goes to work. Your melee rating has been permanently increased by 12.
Melee rating by 12.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 16.
Stamina by 16.
You feel your skin tighten and momentarily become iron like before, quickly reverting to its usual composition. Iron skin level 1 unlocked.
Iron skin level 1 unlocked.
At its current level combat.
At its current
Iron skin,
level,
special,
the Iron
combat,
Skin
ability,
special
has
combat
a
ability
25%
has a
chance
25% chance
to deflect 50%,
deflect
dash,
50 to
75%
75%
of
of
the
the
damage
damage scored against you
and
by
enemy.
an enemy.
Period. This ability can
This ability
activate up
can
to
activate
3
up
times
to 3
per
times
combat. Period.
per
Congratulations.
combat.
Congratulations on your consumption of a powerful potion that certainly serve you well on your adventures. About that metallic aftertaste, stop to ignore it. It will probably go away after a while. List of 1 black small square visited link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 38 links. Sryth trademark. Wrapping the top. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase. Support is very much as always. Thanks. List of 1 black small square visited link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 4207. 2 frames of 1 gaming. Will be for the void list of 1 black small square link lane special list and Iron Skin Elixir 2.
Iron Skin Elixir 2, or Roman
List
numeral
of 1 items.
2.
Black small square link lane special package. List of 1 items. 2 frames of 38 links. Dash. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Standard
List of 1 items.
414
EMS
thank
visit
you
link.
message.
2 frames of almost. Iron dash visit link opt. Dash 35,988 dash. Iron Skin Elixir 2. You remove the blue X seal covering the mouth of the thin bottle without a second thought. Swiftly quaff the second Iron Skin Elixir. Almost immediately. Your painful surface through your body, leaving the and breathless potions powerful magic goes to work. Your melee rating does permanently increase by 6.
Melee rating by 6.
Your stamina points have been permanently increased by 8.
Stamina by 8.
You will heal your skin tighten momentarily to become iron like before quickly reverting to its usual composition. Iron Skin level 2 unlocked.
Iron Skin level 2 unlocked.
At its current level, current level,
At
Iron
its
Skin.
current level,
Special.
this Iron
Combat.
Skin
Ability.
special
Has.
combat
A.
ability
35%.
has a
Chance.
35%
2.
chance
Deflect 50%.
to deflect 50 to
75% of damage.
75%
Sword.
of
Against.
damage scored
You.
against
I.
you
An. Enemy.
by an
Period.
enemy.
This ability can
This ability
activate up
can
to 5
activate
times
up to
per
5
combat period.
times per combat.
Congratulations on your consumption of a powerful potion that certainly serve you well on your adventures. About that metallic aftertaste. If you ignore it, it will probably go away after a while. List of 1 black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 37 links. Sryth trademark. Wrapping this up. Astro thank you. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Continue.
List of 1 items. Goal 307. Save link. Save visit link. 2 frames and 100 link claiming. Will be presented to your void tome. List of 1 items. Black small list end. Adventure skill character list end. Black small square visit link claiming special package.
Last item so far. The Void Tome.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 4 dash. Visit link opt. Dash 414 dash. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Standard
List of 1 items.
414.
104. 2 frames and 4. The massive iron bound book before the void tome. Dash 36,420 dash. The void tome. The massive iron bound book before is the ancient and mysterious volume known to the wisest of sages as the void tome. The tome is far too heavy to hold and does not appear as an item in your inventory. In fact, it comes with a solid stone pedestal upon which it can safely rest. This powerful artifact. Link there is Morian. In origin, this strongly tied to link transmutation magic. The tome can be commanded to quote devour quote items that you previously link transmuted. Thus permanently destroy the object, but providing you with the item's transmutation bonus a second time. List of 1 items.
So what that means is if you have an item that gives you, say, plus 10 MR, plus 15 SP, and you can transmute it for 2 MR and 3 SP, that'll take the item down to 8 MR and 12 SP, at which point you can then feed that item to this tome for another plus 2 MR and plus 3 SP and destroy the item completely. It's pretty useful, especially for people who have a whole lot of transmutable items. For example, I mean, you guys have seen just in my 2 videos, I've got, what, 5 helmets or head items that are all transmutable, and clearly I can't wear all 5 of them, so I'm better off just picking whatever the highest one is, or whatever one has the best effect, transmuting all the others, and then retransmuting the ones that don't have special effects on them. Because at that point, there's no point in having them.
Thus permanently destroy the object, but providing you list of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 comma. Each time the tome without link reach the void tome mastery power. Dash visit link opt. Dash 36,421 dash. The void tome mastery power remaining left parent.
Alright, so the Void Tome has 30 power remaining.
Link recharge right parent. Each time the tome devours and destroys a previously transmuted item, it loses power equal to the total of the transmutation bonuses the item provides.
So in that case, where I'm getting 2 MR and 3 SP, that would be a plus 5, which means I'd be losing 5 charge, taking me down to 25 maximum charge.
Blank. The item you select to be devoured by the tome doesn't have to be in your possession. Dash could be an item you currently have stored somewhere even. An item you previously disposed of. The item only needs to have been transmuted. If, for example, you choose to have the tome devour an item that provided you with a plus 1 MR plus 2 SP bonus when it was transmuted, it will cost the tome a total of 3 of its power. The item in question will be permanently destroyed and you will then receive that item's transmutation bonus of plus 1 MR plus 2 SP. List of 1 items.
Like I already said.
Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. 2 frames and 30 agility equals table with 5 columns and 11 rows. Wrapping the top. When the tome's power reaches 0, it will no longer be able to devour previously transmuted items. It is possible, however, to recharge the void tome through the acquisition of link void tome search packs. Each search pack you acquire will add 30 power to the tome.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Book gold and use the void tome. Visit the core windows building with a blue door code and see out the void tome section. May this ancient and powerful artifact serve you well.
So you can recharge it, and each time you recharge it, the recharge pack gives you plus 30 points.
Oh, and it would probably be a good idea to not let throw the silver star roller in position of the tome. Just a bit of kindly advice. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue. List of 1 items.
Please continue.
1 frame and 10 links. Sryth trademark copyright 2022. 1450. Wrapping the top. Dash included with the void tome R4. Link transmutable.
Oh, there's 4 transmutable items with the tome pack, or the Void Tome.
Blank.
Come on.
Included with the void tome R4.
The other.
Link transmutable. Items of Sryth Morian origin.
Sryth Morian
Item.
origin.
Left bracket added right bracket tabard. Left bracket link to right bracket. Left bracket added right bracket tabard of thorns.
Tabard of Thorns.
Left bracket link to right bracket. Item. Left bracket added right bracket bloodthorn.
Bloodthorn. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm assuming a weapon. I'm making a YouTube video.
Left bracket link to right bracket. Item. Left bracket added right bracket glory ring.
Claw Root Ring.
Left bracket link item. Left bracket added right bracket amulet of fallen kings.
Amulet of Fallen Kings.
Left bracket link to the tome. Tabard ring and amulet serve you well. Don't forget gold and use the void tome. Visit the core windows building with a blue door code and see out the void tome section. List of 1 items. Black small square visit link. Please continue.
Please continue.
List of 1 items. Table. 2 frames and 262 links. Table. Vertical bar. Visit link guide. Table with 4 columns and 8 rows. Stats button. Stats button to activate presenter. Items button.
Alright. Um, I think I'm gonna end it there. That's all the packages I have. There's a couple more things to do in the guild hall here, but hey, worst case scenario. I can always hit those in the next video. Thanks for watching.